CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go and by Carroll Links.
Welcome to Manchester Valley High School, where it's time for another CM Sportsnet Football Game of the Week broadcast. We've got Francis Scott Key and Man Valley about to kick off in Week 7. I'm Pat Stoetzer at the Community Media Center, and joining me as always, Mike, well, not as always, but most of the time, former South Carroll head coach Mike Kraus. Coach, looking forward to a competitive county game. The games are becoming fewer and fewer now in the regular season count. What are you looking forward to tonight from these two?
I'm looking for another competitive Carroll County game between two good Carroll County teams, between good coaching staffs, good players on both sides.
We're going to get into some pregame coverage here shortly, but we're going to take a break here and hear from our sponsors. Don't go away. The CM Sportsnet Game of the Week coming right up.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
Welcome back, CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. And Francis Scott Key and Manchester Valley about to get going. Pat Stoetzer and Mike Kraus here with you. Let's hear from both coaches ahead of the kickoff. It's coming in a few minutes. First up is going to be FSK coach David Cunningham. Again, he has a little bit of a personal tie to this matchup coming up here. Let's hear from Coach Cunningham and the Eagles.
Coach, we are into Week 7. As hard as that is to probably believe, it goes fast, but progress is being made every week. How have you seen your guys progress from the first week of the season to now as the season, regular season winds down?
I think we've been sticking in games, but a lot of our problem is, we're shooting ourselves in the foot in the long stretch, with penalties or, we get in the red zone and we just don't, finish the job. But the fact that the kids are continuing to stay locked in and, this, like I tell you all the time, this county is extremely tough. There's a lot of great teams, great coaches and everything. So we're just looking to continue to keep striving and keep competing.
You saw them you've seen them do that lately. You like what you saw a couple weeks ago, maybe a little stumble last week again. You told me good Westminster team. What has to go well for you guys this week to compete against a good Man Valley team?
We have to control the run. They have a big offensive line. Coach Kuntz is, he was my lineman coach, so I already know what to expect. Then we just got to control the gaps. We shut the gaps down. We got to stop number 14. He's a great back, and also one of my old guys I had here, Kingston Canby, that carries the rock pretty well. So we just got to stay in there, control our gaps, and offensively, we got to move the ball. We got to move the ball, and, we got to attack early and, control the line of scrimmage completely.
You already faced Coach Miller, your old head coach, now going up against Coach Kuntz.
Yeah.
You've done it before, but just bring a little extra something special to a game like this, just because you go back and see the guys that you remember, being a player for.
Yeah, it's a great thing, man. Seeing them, and I don't know if they feel old, but they're great coaches. I try to model myself after Coach Miller and Coach Kuntz, and even when I first got the job, they were the first two to call me along with Basler and give me great advice. So I'm just looking to make longevity like them and continue to do what I can do.
Our thanks to Coach Cunningham for giving us a few minutes of his time. Now it's over to Man Valley and Bernie Kuntz, who's trying to get their 11th win out of 15 games in this all-time series against Kiel. Let's hear from Coach Kuntz.
Coach, how have you seen the offense make some strides in the last few weeks? I know it's been win-loss, but the points have started to come, pretty well for you guys.
Yeah, the kids are doing a good job. We just need to be a little bit more consistent. That's what we were talking about today during film of, we'll put together a drive, but then we can't have plays that are killing the drive or putting us behind the sticks and things like that. So they are starting to become a little bit more consistent, but be a better team and take those next steps. We need to be a little bit more consistent with who we're blocking, when we're blocking, and just executing from snap to whistle so that we can keep drives going. Been picking things up. Some kids have come along the last couple weeks. James has made some plays. Braden made some plays this past week, which helped as another addition offensively. Isaiah and King, and with the addition of Jacob Reeds this week, he gave us another running back. So we're getting a couple more weapons and things of that nature. So it's helpful that spreading out the wealth and not being able to focus on one person.
Going up against FSK and a former lineman of yours when you were at Winters Mill and Coach Cunningham, we talked to him just about how it's fun to have these relationships between the coaches, but does it make it a little more special when you know the guy pretty well across the other side when you're trying to get a win against him?
Yeah, well, it's always good to know that, alumni and people like that, people that you've had a relationship with that, are coming along and are giving back to the game and staying involved, and that's great. David's a good guy, doing a good job out there. Kids seem to be playing consistent and buying into what's going on, and hopefully they just don't get on the right track this week, but wish him well every game but the nights that we're playing each other.
Right. Last thing, you guys both run the ball effectively. The keys to winning this game for you guys are what?
I think sustaining drives. We need to make sure that we take care of drives, don't shoot ourselves in the foot. Defensively.
High School Marching Band.
Thanks to Coach Kuntz for giving us a few seconds. And now the national anthem. National anthem performed by Manchester Valley High School Marching Band. And we had to dump out of Coach Kuntz's interview. We'll talk about that in a second, Coach. But first, team stats going into this week. And we see records, not what FSK wants, but they are hanging in games based on that pretty athletic and good defense.
Yes, they are. If you look at those points against, from Key, that's a nice set right there. I'll take that.
And we were talking about that more than 2/3 of it came in 2 games. So that's a big week 1 loss, and then a loss last week against Westminster.
Right.
And if you're Man Valley, I was going to mention, we were talking to Coach Kuntz. We had to sort of get away from that in the last few seconds. You talked to me, too, about this. They're finally getting some guys back that had some injuries early in the season. That's helping them right now get the offense going.
Yes, and as a head coach, you always like to have those guys get healthy. You're happy for the kids. The only thing you worry about is inserting them back into the lineup.
Right.
You hope that the continuity's there. Right. But I think they'll do just fine.
Yeah, one of the guys that got back last week was Jacob Reach, one of their running backs. And he had a pair of touchdowns in their victory. So we're about to set for the coin toss. The captains are heading out toward midfield. And then after that, momentarily, we will begin week 7. Hard to believe week 7's already here.
Hard to believe.
Already
Good
here.
Lord.
And games are really starting to have some meaning to them in terms of the county championship chase. Like we talked about last week, Coach, in terms of playoff positioning and things of that nature. You want to try to be playing your best football right about now.
Yeah, you sure do. Wins and losses are great, and they're good for, getting you opportunity in your region. But you want to be playing well.
Sure.
So even if you end up being on the short end stick of the score, if you're playing well, then you don't feel too bad. There's some things to take out of that.
See the captains for the home Mavericks wearing their all blue ensemble there with the white helmets. I kind of like their helmet scheme with the numbers on it. Makes you think of old school college football.
Penn State look, yeah.
Penn State or Alabama had the numbers on the helmets for a long time.
Yep.
And Key's captains will be coming out here soon to join them. You mentioned Man Valley 10-4 all time against Francis Scott Key in their series. It's been a while since Key snagged a win against the Mavericks. Bernie Kuntz in his 6th year as head coach of Man Valley, and David Cunningham, former lineman at Winters Mill when Bernie Kuntz was at Winters Mill on that staff. And so that was, we were mentioning that sort of a personal tie to this game. You know, he already faces his former coach and Matt Miller at Winters Mill, and now he's getting his former line coach. It's kind of a cool thing when the guys in Carroll County stay in, and you see the trees start to develop, and now you got a coach that was on.
That's a neat thing to have some of the players that you've played with get into the coaching, fraternity. That's great to see.
Yeah. Getting set for the coin toss here. You see the official will let Key call it in the air. I think Man Valley won the toss, and they're going to defer it.
I don't want to jinx this, but we got a good referee crew.
You just jinxed us.
I know.
That's good to know, though.
Yeah.
Good to know. We'll have a good game here coming up here shortly between the Mavericks and the Eagles. Manchester Valley and Francis Scott Key here in Week 7. Pretty good crowd here for Man Valley. I think they're doing some pregame ceremonies for the class of 2025, I heard. So they got a good crowd out ahead of the game. Some kids out in the parking lot doing some tailgating and having some fun. So we should be set here for another good Carroll County High School football game.
Nothing like Friday Night Lights, man. It's awesome.
Last week we wanted a competitive game. You mentioned it before the game. We had South Carroll Winters Mill, and you looked at it on paper and you thought, now, winless South Carroll, unbeaten Winters Mill, maybe it'll get ugly. I mean, it was one of the best games I've seen in a long time between two really competitive teams.
Right, and we talked about that compete level from both levels, from both teams, and I think that it showed from the very beginning. Winters Mill came out, they competed very well in the first half. And
they absorbed those two drives.
South Carroll came back.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry to cut you off.
Right.
South Carroll hit those two early. They're down 14-0. You think, oh, boy, here we go. Running clock. Not to be the case. They fought. They hit a 40-yard field goal as time expired. It was crazy. And then they had their chance in overtime, and Winters Mill's defense played very well.
Yes, they did.
To keep them out of the end zone. So I expect a little more of the same here tonight in terms of some competitive fire on both sides of the ball. We see Man Valley set to kick off. FSK will receive this opening kick. That's Jermaine Dawson on the opening kickoff. And he had a good hole here on the near side, all the way to midfield.
Don't let the kicker tackle you.
Needless to say, pretty good start for FSK. And here's some of the players to watch in this game. And you mentioned trenches. Well, you didn't mention it yet, but I know you're going to. How the game's been won in the trenches. Here's two guys who have done well in the trenches. That's the running backs, primary backs for both teams. Keandre Grooms from FSK and Isaiah Farabee from Man Valley. We're going to call their names a lot today, Coach.
Yeah, we always talk about the skill players, but we never talk about the big, meaty guys up front. And this game's going to be in the trenches, I can tell you.
Man Valley's got them, and FSK's got them too. So we'll see who can win those trenches. 1st and 10 right from midfield. And the give there is going to be bottled up by Man Valley. That was number 25, Anthony Hesselbein. Carried by number 32, George Taku. And he's going to lose a yard, so that'll be 2nd and 11.
You always like to have your defense have 2nd and 2 sticks. That's nice.
Behind the sticks. We talked about that a little bit last week, too.
Absolutely.
Ben Stevens, your quarterback, number 7 for the Eagles, and he's going to go down.
Yep.
And there's some of those big guys up front. Let's see who got that started. Is that 32? 52. Crew Boog. One of their big guys up front. You hear the crowd.
Boog's an awesome wrestler, too.
He sure is. Good athlete. There you see FSK's starting offense. Stevens is one of their guys that makes him go. We'll talk about him as the game goes on. And we got a 3rd and about 18. We'll see if they can get out of this hole. Stevens going to roll to his near side, or his sideline, I should say. He can take off and run it, and gets out of bounds. Forced out of bounds there.
Yep.
That'll be a 4th down. Looks like he got about 4 or 5 back, so a little bit better, but still behind the sticks. And that's going to be the first punt of the game. And Ben Stevens is set back to punt. I mentioned Ben Stevens, senior quarterback for FSK. 648 passing yards, 224 rushing yards. Low snap. He got it off, though.
He did get that off. That was close.
And that was a close play. It's going to be down at about the 31-yard line.
Ben Stevens on that punt.
Stevens, 33 tackles as well, 3 interceptions, leads the team and the county. So he's having a good season.
Well, you know, we saw him early in the season.
We did against Winters Mill.
We kept commenting about, you know, what kind of athlete he is.
Yes, and they've got their share of athletes for sure.
Yeah.
Here's starting lineups for FSK's offense. Man Valley's offense. Gene Maggin. We mentioned Isaiah Farabee, and then the big boys up front, led by Crew Boog and Cole Ciro and Ethan Everts. They've got some beef, so if they want to run the ball tonight, they're going to get behind those guys. And here's the first play. It's a handoff. And that was Isaiah Farabee, so 500 rushing yards on the season, and add about 7 to that. So when you're a head coach, you love a play like that on first down.
Oh, absolutely. Yep, you're looking for plus yardage, and you put your offensive coordinator in a position where he can call almost anything in his book. 2nd and 5.
2nd and about 5, yep.
Farabee
again, and Farabee's gone. He is gone. Isaiah Farabee at the 30, 20. He can be caught.
He might get caught.
And, he just down. Let's see. Touchdown. I thought maybe they got him at the end. Big hole up the middle, and Isaiah Farabee knew what to do with it.
Yes, he did.
60-plus yard touchdown run. I thought for a second that the secondary was going to get him. Colton Feister on the move, but Farabee found the end zone, and that's how you start if you're Manchester Valley.
Yeah, that sideline's going to be feeling good about themselves now. The Key's got to weather the storm here.
Indeed.
They had a good kickoff return, the opening kickoff, and stalemated themselves. Now they need to get back into it.
Feister needed some help there with the equipment. I think maybe he's going back onto the field now. Braden Fritz will be attempting the point after. And that's about as good a start as you're going to get from Manchester Valley. Here's Fritz's kick. Looks like it's up and good.
Yes, the point is good.
So, just like that, the Mavs up 7-0 on the first possession. Took about 3 plays, and they went 69 yards on that drive, capped off by a long touchdown by Isaiah Farabee, and that's how this game's going to be decided.
Oh, yeah,
Who can create those holes in the offensive line.
Yeah, and I expect to see probably a couple more of those before the night's out.
And it's not to say that Key can't match that, because we've seen them do it. But Man Valley has a decided advantage up front.
Yes. They're huge. They're huge.
They are. We saw them early in the season, Coach, against Liberty. We had the game of the week against Man Valley, against Westminster, excuse me. I mean, they can sort of command that line of scrimmage and really.
They move people off the ball.
There you go. Yeah.
And create the lanes for a good running back in Isaiah to find his holes. So
it's going to be whether Key can counter that.
Yeah.
Man Valley will kick off from its own 40. That's number 80, Luca Brown. Back to Jermaine Dawson. He gave them a great return on the opening kickoff. This time, Man Valley swarms under it. Yep. And it'll go back to the Eagles with 9:26. Left to go in the first quarter. CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Here's their defense. They're big up front, and they're speedy in the middle with Cameron Reed, Nick Lapredo, and Braden Foreman. And they got talent in the defensive backfield, too. They just have had some setbacks injury-wise that have kind of kept them from getting the consistency going.
Yes, and they're just solid on both sides of the football. And that's a typical Coach Coombs coach team.
Try to run there, and Man Valley's defense all over Jermaine Dawson. So tough sledding so far for FSK.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to mix things up maybe on first down, try something in the air. Because Man Valley is keying on the run on first down.
That's 2 straight drives now where they start on 1st and 10 and they go behind the sticks on 2nd down. So not what you want if you're Coach Cunningham and the FSK staff.
Even if it's a short little, something to the flats just to get into a rhythm, something positive.
2nd and 12, there's a toss to number 4. This is Keandre Grooms.
Nope.
And Man Valley defense stretches them out.
They were all over that.
Looks like 20, Cameron Reed helping that tackle. And again, they lost more yardage on that play. So it'll be 3rd and about 14 coming up. And so just not the right start that you want.
Yeah, that play takes too much time because you got to make sure the pitch is good. So the quarterback, hesitates just a second. It gives the defense a chance to read it and make the play.
Man Valley's got the good lateral movement on defense to get in the blocks and get in the gaps. Here's Ben Stevens on 3rd and long. Going to throw it up for grabs and over everybody. Trying to get it to Jermaine Dawson. Maybe some miscommunication there. Dawson was looking one way and the ball wound up out of bounds on the other way. So it'll be 4th down and long. And once again, Ben Stevens will set back the punt for Francis Scott Key. So a good start for Man Valley and for FSK. Got to correct things in a hurry. Also, could be a long night.
Yeah. Anytime you're playing on the road, you got to weather the storm early. Hopefully they picked up where that pressure came from on the last punt and give Ben a little bit more time to get the ball off.
Yeah, that last time was definitely some pressure.
Yep.
Up the middle. This time he gets off a little cleaner kick. Fair catch called for. Ooh. Bobbled by Man Valley, but Man Valley does retain the ball, and it's inside FSK territory, so a pretty good start for the Mavericks.
Yeah, that's one where you're just hoping the ball hits the ground and gets a nice little roll.
You're hoping for an Eagles roll instead of a Mavs roll. That time it's sort of deadened by the fair catch. Just joining us, 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pat Stoetzer and Mike Kraus with you. The CMSportsNet Game of the Week. FSK and Man Valley. Here's a handoff again. Isaiah Farabee, and they're getting good pressure or good penetration right up the middle, Coach.
Yep, they're feeding the horse.
It's a gain of about 5. So
on the tackle. In the 6, 2nd and 4.
We'll give him 6. So 2nd down and 4 coming up. Another handoff to Farabee.
Again, yep.
I mean, when you got guys like 78 Cole Ciro, 77 Colton Nunn, guys like that up front, it's
just stay behind them. Yep.
Stay right behind them. Absolutely right.
Yep.
Got really close to 1st down yardage, but it's going to come up a little short. 3rd and 1, we'll call it. I think I heard Andrew Vogel, 55, credit for the tackle there for FSK. He's also their kicker.
So this is an opportunity for Man Valley to think about trying to put one up. 4th
down. Yeah, I would agree. You're almost in 4-down territory
sure.
this early in the game like this. FSK's defense on its heels, but it's also a chance for the Eagles to stop them. Nope, we're going to go back to the well. Farabee's going to get that yard, I think.
1st down, yep.
Isaiah Farabee on the carry. Andrew Vogel on the stop. 1st down, Mavericks.
1st down run. Isaiah Farabee is eaten already in this first quarter.
Yeah, they got 6 carries already, 5 or 6 carries. Yeah.
I just happened to see that play. 78 Cole Ciro against number 34 Chase Raplogle for FSK. Raplogle's listed at 5'7", 170. Cole Ciro's not.
No.
He helped him up, and they pat each other on the helmet, but that was David and Goliath right there. That's no knock on Raplogle.
Yeah. He might be 5'7" to the hip.
He might be giving up 150 pounds, too, on that play. There's a handoff to number 22, Jacob Reitz. You mentioned his name earlier. He was one of the young men that came back last week from injury and scored 2 touchdowns in their win against Century.
This plays right into Man Valley's MO, man. Get behind that big line and run the football, manage the game.
So 2nd and 6. At the 30-yard line of FSK. Magan going to hand off again. This time, FSK's defense was there.
Yep.
That was Reitz on the carry. And that's Andrew Vogel and company on defense for FSK, so their first big play there. Nice job by Key.
Yeah, number 31, I think, Shot the gap, made the first hit.
Ben Lambroya, and then Andrew Vogel, if you're right, then 55 finished him off. So
Yep.
nice job there. It'll be 3rd and 6. No gain there on that play. Bagging back to pass. And that pass is caught. Number 3, James Herndon, breaks away. He's got a first down inside the 25, 20-yard line. Nice play.
Real nice play. I thought he had the first down before he broke through the tackle, and then spun around and got an extra 5-6 yards. Nice job.
James Herndon, the county's leader in receptions, came into the game with 22, and there's his first one of the day. And it's a big one, a first down inside the 20-yard line. So FSK already, Man Valley already into the red zone again. Gene Magan in the shotgun with Farabee to his right. It's going to be a handoff to Farabee. Find a little gap behind number big 78, Cole Ciro and company.
He's the type of runner that we classified as a slasher. You know, I mean, he finds a little window and turns his body sideways and scoots through there. It's a nice job.
2nd and 5 now coming up. Another handoff to Farabee. Trying the same play, same exact play. Boys, I'm getting Brian Plummer vibes when I'm watching some of these guys on the line. Just the big boys that you guys had in South Carroll a few years ago.
Yeah.
You had some guys that looked like Cole Ciro and company out there for a while.
Yeah, Plums was a big dude.
Probably still is.
Yeah, he is.
Haven't seen him in a while, but I'm going to go ahead and guess he's still a big young man.
He's actually doing the offensive line at SC this year.
There you go.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some former Cavs on the staff, Silas Kelly, Brian Plummer, of course, Chris Gavin. 3rd and 4. There's a jet sweep to James Herndon. FSK's defense, though.
Nice job stretching it out.
And 34, Chase Raplogle, and some help from teammates. They're going to stop him on 3rd down there. Nice play by FSK. It's been a loss of 2 yards. That was a good job by FSK.
Great job by the FSK defense.
It really was. And so now you were in 4 down territory probably anyway. But now you're talking about a 4th and about 5, maybe 6.
Tell you what, after we saw those field goal kickers last week, man, 3 points wouldn't be bad here.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
See a couple guys kick 40-yard field goals with ease.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it. I mean, both those field goals were good for another 10 yards.
So did I.
4th and 5. Herndon, I don't think he's going to get it. The pass is complete, but that is not enough for a first down.
Yeah, I like the play call. They just, Key was right on it.
So good job by FSK, the first stand they've made, and it comes up in a big time.
Yes.
It was a nice play call idea there just to get the ball into Herndon's hands, but there you go. Raplogle, 6, Colton Feister, and number 8, Austin Gross, all converging, and you see Andrew Vogel there again. So good job by FSK.
Yeah, we talk about that compete level. 4 guys on the tackle. That's great.
That's a punch in the mouth, right? That first drive.
Yeah.
And then how do you respond?
Yeah, that's good.
Now they want to see if they can get the ball back to, and they did get it back to FSK's offense. You see Bernie Cooch
get a couple first downs here.
Yep. There's Jermaine Dawson, number 3. There's just nothing really doing right now in the middle of that line. Who's coming out of that pile there? Let's see. 55 is Cameron Reed, number 20. 55 is Aiden Turner, one of the starters on the defensive line. He just got a lot of guys up front that can do a lot of damage. That's no gain on 1st and down. He just haven't had a lot of offensive push at all yet so far, Coach.
No. I knew this game was going to be a game of the trenches.
Yeah,
I knew that Man Valley was going to have to, stand up and do their thing. And
right.
They have so far.
They have, yeah. There's a push forward by Ben Stevens to try to get something going. Some positive yards there, but not many. And first to wrap them up was 42. That's Braden Foreman. Another talented defender.
Yep, make it 3rd and 8.
Yep, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7-ish with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Mavericks 7, Eagles nothing. CMSportsNet game of the week from Manchester Valley. Week 7, the Carroll County Athletic League. 3rd and 7, Ben Stevens under center. Fakes the handoff. Goes high up, trying to get it to number 11, Mitchell Smith, just a little high, incomplete. Tough play. Even a catch there might have been tough to get that first down.
Yeah, it'd been close. You know, I said it last week. I'm not a big favorite of rolling your quarterback to his left, and he's a right-handed quarterback. It makes it tough.
It does make it tough. So Stevens, who rarely leaves the field, will be back near his goal line to punt again, and Man Valley figures to get really good field position for a third straight drive. Yeah. You can be surprised they didn't bring pressure here. Well, that's a good kick by Stevens. Herndon's going to come up and field it, bobble it, but hold on to it. Flag flies, and the Eagles pull him down right around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they will get a block in the back, I think, or a hold. Return team.
So we got a flag here. Let's sort it out. Should be Man Valley's ball still after that kickoff. Yep. Or a punt, I should say. It's going to come back, though. Yeah, going to be hold during the return. So Man Valley's ball, but back it up from the spot of the foul, 10 yards, and they will take over. Still in FSK territory. Nice run back by Herndon, but able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, even during the bobble, yeah.
Yeah, still gained about 15 yards, but the hold or during the run back, or during the return, will bring it back. Yeah, close to midfield, actually. No, I guess you're right. We come right at the 41-yard line. So
yep.
The 41 of FSK is where Man Valley will begin this drive. 57 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Gene Magan, number 8 there, senior quarterback. Taking over, we talked about this already, Coach, taking over for the talented Jake Boog, who graduated. There's the handoff to Farabee. It's down inside the 35-yard line. So again, good yardage on first down.
Yes.
On the stop, gain of 7, 2nd and 3.
Second down now, 40 seconds and going. Farabee comes off for a rest. He's already had 7, 8, 9 carries. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess they gave a couple to Reach. Yeah, he's at least 7 carries so far for Farabee.
Coach Cunningham and the Eagles will be, they'll feel pretty good coming out of this first quarter if it's only 7-zip.
Fair enough.
After that first series.
And they stopped.
Job.
Yeah, they stopped Reach there, although he got first down yardage, but he was heading for more.
This set play, but it's an Manchester Valley first down.
Final seconds of the quarter ticking away.
In the quarter, Manchester Valley 7.
And that'll do it. And the end of the first quarter, like you said, I think FSK absorbed the first initial hurricane there by Man Valley, and Man Valley leads 7-0.
First couple jabs put out by the Mavs.
Yes.
And the Eagles got up and held on in that last series. That was a great job. You just got to find an answer for moving the football on their Valley's defense.
Right now, moving the ball is going to be paramount for FSK because so far they've got little to no push in the line. You see the score after one quarter: Man Valley 7, FSK 0 here on the game of the week.
On cable channel HD 1086.
Pat Stoetzer and Mike Kraus here with you from Manchester Valley High School. It's a good crowd here for the Mavericks. Eagles fans trickling in a little bit here, but you said it was some tough sledding from that side of the county.
It was. There was an accident in New Windsor, so, hopefully nobody that, was coming out to support the teams tonight.
Right. And I was just going to say, Carroll County football is great, and it's close-knit, but also we take back roads to get here sometimes, and you gotta deal with some of the traffic in Carroll County. So
yep. Yes, we do.
That's part of it.
Yep. Power I formation here. Give it up to the up back.
Yep. And FSK's defense stands them up.
Yep.
That was Braden Foreman, number 42, with a run.
Andrew Vogel on the stop. Short gain, 2nd down.
That'll be a 2nd down and 9. Magan in the shotgun. Back to pass. Completes it to Foreman. Ben Stevens trying to corral him. Let's see, out of bounds when to stop the clock. Nice little pop pass over the top, but the Eagles defense quick to get to Foreman. You see Ben Stevens was there first. And also Colton Feister knocked him out.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Third and 3, and last time it was in a 3rd and 4th down situation. If FSK's defense stood up, let's see if Man Valley can do something here on 3rd and short. Handoff. Yeah, Reach slipped the first 2 tackles. I don't know if he got the first down. Otherwise, he'd have been in the backfield for a loss. That's going to be a 4th down now, 4th and about 2. Nice job by Reach to get out of the really dangerous way there.
Well, nice job by both Reach and by FSK's defense. I mean, making a penetration there.
Absolutely.
Forcing a 4th down and 2.
Another 4th down, yep. 4th and a short 2 from about the 21-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but I know this is a big play right here.
It's a big play, yeah. FSK confidence, if anything else. Magan under center. And give it back to Farabee, and I think he got the first down. When in doubt, go to the guy who got you here.
Go to the dude.
Go to the dude. Is he a dude?
He's a dude.
He's a dude. All right.
He's a dude.
He made Coach Kraus's dude list.
Yep.
And either way, it's a first down and a positive yards for Farabee all the way down to the 16-yard line. And once again, Man Valley's offense on the move. Magan under center again. So they mixed up a little bit here. He was in the pistol before. He's got a fullback in the backfield right now. That's Foreman. Bad handoff.
And he's going to get it.
A fumble and recovery. Looks like Jermaine Dawson, and it is FSK's ball. So the first big play on defense goes to FSK. Miscommunication, and Jermaine Dawson falls on the loose ball for Key. That's a big play.
Yep. Especially down in the red zone, you don't want to make those kind of mistakes.
That's twice now that FSK has come up big on their defense in the red zone. Now let's see if FSK's offense can take advantage of it.
Yeah, they need to move the ball here.
Ben Stevens, senior quarterback. This time the give is to 33. George Taku. Some positive yards on first down. That's a good pickup of 5. So finally, some positive yards on offense for Key.
Yeah, they're going to go back to the huddle and say, hey, let's keep running that one. That was a nice play.
Yeah, we saw last week where the first 2 drives didn't go South Carroll's way against Wintersville. And suddenly, within Anthony Rodriguez, his ability to cut back really paid dividends for South Carroll. Every team's different, of course, but we'll see if FSK can do something.
Oh, he's got
Stevens has a man open, and a nice catch.
Play. He's inbounds.
Inbounds. That was 24. Braden Haven. Nice job by Stevens to roll out and avoid the pressure and pick up a first down.
Yeah, Haven saw his quarterback in trouble and just split off his route and went downfield.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You see a nice job there to spinning around the defender.
Nice job by Stevens getting the ball out to him. Getting his feet inbounds. Nice play.
1st and 10. There's a handoff. This time, Taku nowhere to go. And Cameron Reed, number 20, right there to meet him for Man Valley's defense. And that's a negative yards there. Tackle for loss. Man Valley's defense been doing that a lot tonight so far in this first half.
Yeah, again, getting them behind 2 sticks, that's tough.
Yep. But Key has had some positive plays on this drive.
Yes, they have.
To get it out to near the 40-yard line.
Would not be surprised to see Stevens try something.
32. Another handoff for the Eagles.
Yeah, picked up 5.
Yep. Got some of those negative yards back.
Yeah. Bring up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Taku again, number 32 for the Eagles. Yeah, 3rd and about 7. You're right, Coach. right in front of us here near the 50-yard line. Definitely their best
series so far.
Yeah, movement, a couple first downs, and we'll see if they go to Stevens with his arm this play. 3rd and 7, back to pass. He can also run.
His feet. Yep.
Nice job by Stevens.
Yep.
It is going to be a first down. Oh, nope, we're going to measure it.
That's
What
a
do we
bad
have?
spot. That's a bad spot.
So they haven't moved the sticks yet. Let's see what they do
Take
here.
it back. Everything I said about that refereeing crew. Come on, Rich. What the hell's up with that? Oh, we got a penalty?
We'll see what they call. Is there a flag out there? I don't see it.
Just wait.
This may be a hold. We didn't see the flag, but I was looking at the play. Let's see. Are they talking to Bernie on the sideline? You see Coach Cunningham wanting to figure out what's going on too. Well, here we go. Well, you're right. Yeah, wipes it out. It's going to be accepted, I would think, for FSK, or if you're Man Valley, and a 3rd and 7 becomes a 3rd and 17. And that hurts because you had Steven pick up a big first down.
Yeah.
Instead, it's going to be 3rd and a mile, almost forcing you to go back to the air if you're FSK.
Well, at least look that way, and then maybe look for Stevens to find his window again.
All right, so still 3rd down, but now it's going to be 3rd and about 17 or 18 yards.
That's tough for Keith.
That's a tough one, yeah. Stevens had scrambled, did a good job stepping up in the pocket to avoid that pressure.
3rd and 16.
Yeah,
17.
I got it at 17 or so. So that hold is killer. So here we go. 3rd and a good 15 to 17 yards to pick up that first down, getting all the way down inside the 45-yard line of Man Valley. And Stevens is back to pass, and here comes the pressure. Bood leading the charge. Can Stevens get a pass off? He does, but it's out of bounds. Incomplete. Probably the best you can do in that situation.
Yep.
Don't make a big mistake. And set up your punt team. So the Eagles did move the ball to the 50-yard line. Just got snaked. Oh, another flag on the play. See what happens here. It might be declined if it's on key in your Man Valley. We're talking it over here. Flags dropped at about the 46-yard line.
Now I see it. Okay, that could be defensive holding.
Could be.
Illegal
I think it's going to be on. I just wondering if they illegal man down.
Illegal downfield.
Yeah, decline. So that'll be take the loss of the down and just make key punt.
Yep.
So FSK, after getting the turnover, gets a little snake bitten there and has to give it back, at least here, a punt formation anyway, to give it back to Manchester Valley. And a little bit of a floater. Stevens gets it off. And finally gets a little bit of a key bounce.
Yep.
And possession back over to Man Valley. Oh, we got another flag. So after some penalty-free most of the first quarter, we got a little bit of some laundry here in the second quarter. This flag's dropped right here on the near sideline at about the 48. Ooh, personal foul. Yeah. Valley.
That's going to drop him back.
That'll drop him back a good bit.
Personal foul on the Mavericks.
A reminder here that every Wednesday, 7 p.m., CMSportsNet's weekly episode of Game On. We got you covered with all things high school sports. Our 7th episode dropped this past Wednesday. We talk about boys soccer, girls soccer, high school football, a little bit of everything.
Yes.
From the studio. Game On. Every Wednesday, premieres at 7 p.m. So the flag was a personal foul, backing them, going to back them up inside their own 20. But it is Mavs ball. Let's see. Isaiah Farabee on 1st and 10. The flag flies.
That's probably going to be a hold, too.
So after, no, we got penalties on every other play, Coach.
Yeah. Let the boys play.
Spoken like a true coach.
Yeah. Now, if I was on the sidelines, he was holding my guy.
Yeah, right. He's holding him.
Yeah. Look at his jersey.
That's right. So let's see. It's going to back up Man Valley. Flag dropped at about the 15. That's a hold. Yep. So nothing going right now on either side. No rhythm to this game.
You know, I remember talking to Rich, the head referee there. He said they could call holding on every play.
Well, we always say that when we're watching the game. He could probably call a penalty on every play. But he's probably not wrong. All right, so first and 17 or so. They have the distance to the goal line, I think. One of those kind of plays. All right. Start the clock.
Nice job by Keys front. Nice job.
Stuffs them up. You get behind the sticks like that, you can try to get some of those. Hard to get those yards back.
Second down.
Second and about 16, so not much doing on that first down run. Man Valley trying to get out of the shadow of its own end zone.
Yeah, this would be huge for the Eagles, man. They could get good field position if they can hold them back.
They could. Magin's going to throw.
Oof.
Dangerous pass. I thought so too. Completes it to Herndon, and not a lot of yards to go.
James Herndon, brought down by DeAndre Jones.
54 also on the tackle there. 34, excuse me. Yeah, it was Ben Stevens, and 34 Chase Replogle.
We've seen those out routes taken back for 6 by the defense.
It's a short gain. Still 3rd and long.
Yeah.
5.5 to go. First half. Low scoring so far. Man Valley 7. Francis Scott Key 0. Gene Maggin on a big 3rd down here for FSK's terms of defense. Both teams really. Maggin drops back. He's got pressure in his face. And that's incomplete. Oh, and a flag is going to come in.
You're going to get rough in the passing.
Oof.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. You had pressure on the quarterback.
Yep.
You had a good defensive push. And FSK gets called for.
You know, Coach Cunningham talked about, those kind of mistakes that they've made, this season that has taken them either out of position or giving their opponents another chance.
That's going to they would have been going off the field, and instead it's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
That's just a killer. And we saw Winters Mill FSK when they played back early in the season. Key led the entire game and then just had some inopportune penalties that let Winters Mill drives continue, and the Falcons walked off the with a win on that last play, as we saw.
We said that was going to propel Winters Mill, and it sure did.
Well, it sure did. They're 6-0, best start ever. The only team playing a non-county game tonight. They're hosting Springbrook. The other county games, we'll get into the schedule later on. So Maggin back to pass, trying to make him pay. Andrew Vogel has some pressure on him, and Maggin incomplete pass. Drew Feliciano, number 2, is the intended receiver, and the pressure by Vogel, 55, forced Maggin to kind of throw it out of bounds.
Yeah.
So Key's starting to settle down a little bit, if not for the penalties.
Yeah, I'm impressed with the way that they've handled that first score and continued on the play.
Second down and 10.
Please report to the north end of the stadium. Thank you.
See Coach Bernie Kuntz on the sideline for Man Valley. His 6th season as head coach. Been around. Coach Cunningham made a joke in his interview about it feels like his coach is getting old. I know you took offense to that, but Bernie's been around many programs and a long-time contributor in high school sports.
Yeah, and I won't say it too loud, but I was here long. They dropped
a dropped ball. Yeah, Isaiah Farabee was the intended receiver and couldn't quite hold on. So
good play call, though.
It was. Little running back out of the backfield, go 10 yards, turn around. Instead, 3rd and long again. Anyway, I think Coach Cunningham was just joking. He knows.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Well, we talked about it already. It's kind of cool to see former players in Carroll County then become head coaches at the same time.
Oh, without question.
3rd and 10.
And he's a good coach. I mean, he's doing good things there in Union Bridge. Excuse
Over
me.
the middle, interception.
Nice.
And it's Ben Stevens. He read that one perfectly.
He's the county leader, and then we got a flag.
We do.
Get a, that'll be post-possession now.
I think so. That's going to be another interception for Ben Stevens. He was the county's leader, and that should be 4. Now, wait a minute. The defense has not left the field yet. Okay, yeah, this is blocking the back, but I think it'll still be interception. Yep. So another turnover.
Back him up.
2 turnovers now for Man Valley. It was a great job by Stevens reading that ball.
He's just playing center field, reading the quarterback, reading the pattern. Yep.
It's a good job by FSK, and now they have their best field position by far. Even with this penalty, you're going to be in Man Valley territory, I believe.
And there's a lot of time and a half left.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 4:44.
Yep.
Jeez.
We'll call it 4:41. Give me 1 second. How about now?
There you go. Okay.
Let's go behind the curtain, and we're running our own scoreboard here for game of the week, but doing the best we can here. Still, great field position for Key.
Yeah.
If you're an Eagles fan, you're saying to yourself, we got to do something on this drive right
Well,
here.
they got to build off that last possession because they did move the football. They just shot themselves in the foot with a penalty.
And off Jermaine Dawson. Positive yards on 1st down for Dawson.
Dawson on the carry, and Jake Robinson on the stop. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6. After a 4-yard pickup by Jermaine Dawson, number 3, junior. One of their core of athletes at FSK, does a lot of stuff for them, plays some defense too. He's one of their top runners as well. 159 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the year for Dawson. There's a pass now, Ben Stevens. Nope, gonna try to run it. Oh, that could have been and was. Yep, I thought so. That's gonna be a late hit. That was just a little too much pursuit by Man Valley.
Yeah, that's close.
I think he was
he was giving himself up.
Yeah, and I think he was out of bounds already. The pass was incomplete, I believe, but it's not going to matter because it's going to be a late hit out of bounds, and that's going to give Key. Well, they're going to talk it over.
Yeah, Coach Coons ain't going to like that.
He's not. Right in front of the officials on the sideline. It was going to be a tough one not to call. Yeah. Yeah, just to lay down out of bounds. You like the effort and the pursuit of the quarterback, but you don't want to hit a guy out of bounds. Let's see if we can see it on the replay.
Stevens Coons is arguing where he was.
Right. I don't know if we can see it. It was close. It was close.
I'll be yelling to Coach.
You tell him.
Yep.
So we're going to mark this off from the spot of the foul. It should be 15 yards, right?
Yep. Not marking right yet.
Sideline warning on it. It's just a warning.
Gotten a few of those in my time.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, just a couple.
Did you ever go from the warning to the penalty? You can tell us
I plead
now.
the fifth.
All right.
I think anybody that knows me knows I did.
Statute of limitations is gone, Coach. You can say it.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. I mean, you obviously not thinking about the sideline when you're coaching in the middle of the game. You usually have a guy that tells everybody, stay back.
Yeah, the get back
right?
coach.
You get back coach. Yep.
I used to argue with him all the time. Let me get out there and at least get my play call in, and then I'll step back,
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
No.
1st and 10 now. FSK. Handoff. Tried to jump back, cut back to the middle in Man Valley's line. Did a good job. That was Keandre Grooms.
Yeah.
Back to on the carry.
A couple. Let's see. No, actually, no gain. No gain.
Let's see that same play design and watch Stevens just follow the other running back. Might see something.
Second down and 10. 3:20 to go. Second quarter. Grooms and Dawson in the backfield.
There it is.
Pitch to Grooms. Oh, nice cutback, but Man Valley is quick to it.
And you're going to get a hold.
Yep. Now this one might be in that realm of declining. We'll see. He had double pistol formation there, I guess, and the fake went to Grooms. And he pitched it to Dawson, and we got a flag here. I think you're right, in the area of holding. Now, he didn't get many yards on that play, so you wonder.
You could decline it, but you want to move him back.
I would say you would still move him back because this might be 2-down territory for FSK.
Yep.
More than likely.
There's a flag on the play.
Let's see what we got here. So we've had our share of flags here. Ooh, personal foul. Never mind.
Whoa.
Never mind.
Wow.
Personal foul on Man Valley. You're not declining that if you're FSK.
No.
So that came in before the play was going on. So I wonder if it was just an illegal block or a crackback or. I couldn't read lips. I didn't see if he said what it was. But either way, it's a personal foul and a first down for.
Big opportunity here for the Eagles.
No doubt. Now you're down inside the red zone.
Who would have thunk that they may go into this half at 7-7? That would have been not in the thought process early in the game.
Bernie Kuntz all the way out to the numbers.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Talking to the white hat official. In no uncertain terms, trying to get his side explained. See Bernie out there talking to the ref. Be careful here.
Yeah, don't get. Yeah, Rich has got a short fuse, so don't.
Bernie comes back. He's upset, but that's going to be a first down all the way down to about the 11-yard line for FSK. So 1st and 10 Eagles. Can they take advantage? Stevens up the middle on a quarterback keeper.
He's just getting the push play there.
Well, he got positive yards all the way down to the 5-yard line, so it'll be second and 4. He's a good athlete.
Yes, he is.
He's a good athlete. He's one of their dudes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see him in other seasons, too.
Yeah. That's a handoff to Grooms, and he is in the end zone.
Wow.
Keandre Grooms. And Man Valley's fans aren't going to like it, but that's a touchdown for the Eagles with 2:29 to go. And we're a point after away from being tied.
Yeah, not one of Key's highlight drives, but, hey, you take the yardage that they give you.
Absolutely. And you successful teams, good teams are going to benefit. Oh, they're going to go for 2 here. Is that a tush push again?
Yep.
Did they get in?
Yep.
No signal. Yeah, there it is. Well, how about that? So a Grooms 5-yard run and then a run for a conversion.
Lots of times in a half, a lot of time and a half left for the match yet.
FSK 8, Man Valley 7.
2:29 to go in half. FSK 8, your Mavericks 7.
Well, you go back to that Mavericks first series and saw Isaiah take off for 60-some yards. You never would have thought that this was going to be the way it was.
The Eagles benefited from a couple penalties, but they answered.
Yeah, you still got to make plays.
They answered the challenge of we have to score here, and they did.
They did.
So credit to FSK for taking advantage of that, and they have the lead here with 2:29 to go in the first half.
I credit that conversation we had a couple weeks ago about culture. I think Coach Cunningham's changing the culture down there. And
sure.
Now the kids know that they can play.
Well, they believe in themselves,
they
right?
Do.
I mean, there were years at FSK where not that they didn't have athletes, not that they didn't compete. You had the little guys out there having a good time. Yeah,
I love it.
It's youth night, rec night here at Man Valley. But FSK had the athletes. The culture just may have needed a shock to the system, and I think that's what they needed. Hey, there's Miss Padgett. Liz Padgett trying to wrangle up the kids.
She's my favorite.
Former former girls basketball coach, assistant AD at South Carroll, long time. Been here now at Man Valley for several years and got a pretty good program up here.
She's
at
one of the best. Yep.
But we saw Coach Will Thompson kind of come in and change some of the culture and had some wins, got to the playoffs. Now Coach Cunningham wants to do the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt. Ooh,
and that's a free ball. So not a lot going right here for Man Valley. And FSK. We'll see if they can hold them off here in the last 2:23 and take a lead into the half, which is not something we may have thought was going to happen after, like you said, after that first drive. I don't know if Man Valley wants to go back to what they were doing there, but credit FSK for making the adjustments after how Farabee gouged them in that first drive and a half.
I think the Eagles defense stepped up. Yep, their linebacker, their level guys.
Yeah. So here we go, 1st and 10, Manchester Valley from about the 20-yard line. A lot of time left, and I don't think any timeouts have been called, so. Hand off to Farabee, and that's what they were doing earlier, and that's what they just did there, too. It's going to be a gain of 9, I think, on 1st down, so. That's what you want if you're a Man Valley fan. 8-9 yards a clip from the third leading rusher in the county. Magan tried to throw. Oh, right to the hands of Stevens again. Ben Stevens.
You know, we've talked about it since week 1, Pat. Turnovers, it's bad.
That's their third.
Yeah.
That's their third turnover. Now we got a flag on the play.
Another flag.
Feliciano was the intended receiver, I think, but Ben Stevens playing a pretty good center field out there.
Young man's leading the county in interceptions. I'd be a little bit aware of it.
That's 5. Let's see here. Unsportsmanlike on FSK. Still their ball, though.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, I'm not trying to negate that interception, but you just don't want to have a personal foul or something of that nature that's going to push you back. You need all the field position you can get.
Yeah.
Look, it's great they had the pick. It's their ball again in midfield, but jeez. If they could cut down on some of those other plays.
That's what Coach Cunningham talked about in his preview. They shoot themselves in the foot.
Yes. But here they are at midfield on offense again. Stevens trying to throw. He does throw deep, incomplete. Nice pressure there by 34. I don't see a 34 actually on Man Valley's roster. Thought I saw a 34 out there. Maybe it was 33. Might have been Nick Laprito. 2nd down.
It's where you go to your quarterback right before half at this amount of time and say, don't make a mistake. Don't make a mistake.
Right.
You know.
This is what you can't do.
Right.
Because they get the ball. No, Man Valley gets the ball. Stuff there. Stevens, Grooms, incomplete. That was a dangerous pass right there on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete pass. Brady Foreman on the cover. 3rd down.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 with 1:31 to go in the half. And
yeah, I'm not sure I'd be throwing the football as much there.
Yeah.
You know, maybe once, but then run the football, run the clock.
Run the clock and at least make Man Valley take a couple timeouts.
Yeah.
They've already broken a 60-yard run. I mean, they can score on them.
You want to go into halftime with the lead. This would be huge.
Pressure from the near side. Stevens going to throw long, and that's going to be oof. Boy, he had a receiver behind Man Valley's defense, but incomplete pass, little underthrown, and 13, Justin Gambrell. And credit Jacob Reitz there for some pressure, and got his hands on it. Gambrell. Herndon was right there, too. And so the interception is for naught. I think that personal foul didn't necessarily do them any wonders.
Didn't do them any wonders.
Nope, it's going to give the ball back to Man Valley. Well, more than likely, with 1:24 to go. Stevens, the punter, standing back inside his own 40. Gets it off to high kick. And it does take a key bounce. It'll be Man Valley's ball with 1:11 to go.
Man Valley, you go back to running here and just go back at halftime and regroup?
I think so. I think if you want the sideline, that's what you'd be calling for.
Absolutely.
Give it to Farabee, give it to Reitz, and let's get in there and talk. Let's go on the sideline and talk.
Both of them have the opportunity to just break one. We've already seen it.
Throwing the ball has not been a strength tonight.
No.
Anyway, so far for Man Valley.
He drops back.
He does complete a pass. Tackle made by Colton Feister. That's a completed pass to 18, Braden Fritz.
Complete pass and made to Braden Fritz.
Gain of about 3. Call it 2nd and 7.
Well, no huddle, too. So they're trying to get something down the field. They're trying to get vertical.
Maggin back to throw again. Pressure. Eludes one man, but not the next one. And FSK comes up with the sack.
Quarterback sack, Jacob Dell.
That's Jake Dell, their leader in sacks.
3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd and a long way now. 3rd and about 13.
Yeah, and they're just giving Francis Scott Key momentum. They're giving everything for him, ammunition at halftime to go in and say, guys have played great.
Jake Dell, senior, 6'2", 215. There's a run, and I think we're going to get to the half here, Coach.
Yep.
That's got a good job by FSK to take over this second quarter. That's 4th down, and we're going to get to the half. And we have reached halftime. A close half, a quick half, a half filled with some penalties down the stretch, and a half that saw Man Valley score on the first possession, and they haven't done much with it since, and that's a lot of credit to Francis Scott Key, who scored late in the second quarter, got a 2-point conversion, and they lead this game 8-7. Not the score maybe we thought we'd see at the end of the half. I got to hand it to FSK to absorb that opening drive, and penalties notwithstanding, stuck to their guns, and they're right in the game. They have the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week we saw 2 halves. This week we've seen 2 quarters.
So far, that's correct.
So it'll be a game of the second half to see who comes out and wants it more.
And your Man Valley, I mean, you've given the ball away 3 times. You're only down by 1 point. So you talk about the positives there, but you really got to cut down those turnovers, or else you're going to lose this game.
Yes, you do, especially in the red zone. I mean, the turnover in the red zone was definitely something that they're not going to be happy about. And I go back to what they're built on. They're built on running the football, and that's what they got away from that in the second quarter.
Yeah, we saw it in the first drive and didn't see it much since.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and see some first half highlights, look at the team stats, maybe take a look at the standings in the Carroll County Athletic League, and see the rest of the matchups here in Week 7. Don't go away. CMSportsNet Game of the Week coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Fuller.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss The Score and More podcast, presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels.
Under 11, head coach Brad Hurson. Number 12, head coach Justin Otto. And under 13.
As we begin the school year, 25,000 students will be returning to Carroll County Public Schools. While this is an exciting time for those of us in the school system, we do want to remind the community that our #1 priority is keeping our students safe. The activity level on and around the roads increases greatly at this time. There are buses on the roads as well as students walking to and from their bus stops. In addition, traffic patterns change when buses are on the roads. Buses will be making frequent stops, and drivers must obey school bus stop laws. To protect our students, we have installed stop arm cameras on all of our buses. We need motorists to be aware and to be more patient to ensure the safety of our students. Let's keep our students safe, and let's have a great school year.
Welcome back. Halftime, Francis Scott Key 8, Man Valley 7. We got a tight one, CMSportsNet game of the week. Pat Stoetzer and Mike Kraus with you from Manchester Valley. We talked about the trenches, Coach. Man Valley was winning them early in the game. Penalties started to kind of pile up on both sides, and some turnovers have helped FSK get back in this ball game, and they have the lead.
Yeah, we saw some, inexperience by, Man Valley with the penalties, gave Key some opportunities. So, if they can eliminate that and get back to what they do best, I think this would be a different ballgame in the second half.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the team stats so far through the first half. And we know we have those 3 takeaways from 3 turnovers from FSK on the Man Valley side. So, yeah, team stats coming up here. There you go. So, I don't think the first downs is quite 24, but it definitely is a lot. They had a lot of first downs early. Not a lot of passing yards to speak of there, but the 3 turnovers is the story of the game so far.
Yeah, I mean, we said it in week 1, you just can't commit turnovers and expect to win football games, and that's been the MO.
The only saving grace there, Coach, is that the 3 turnovers haven't led to more points. If you're Man Valley, you've given it away 3 times, but you're only down by 1 point.
That's correct. Their undisciplined nature of having the penalties has been more, bad for them than the turnovers at this point.
Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights, and then, again, we talked about how both teams wanted to win this game in the trenches, and the big boys up front were going to sort of tell the tale, and Man Valley sort of set the tone first. We see FSK come onto the field ahead of the game, and then Man Valley comes out of their Maverick head. And you guys do that over in South Carolina. Did that in South Carolina for a while. It's kind of fun for the kids.
It is.
On rec night, youth night, and right away we saw good field position for Man Valley, and they turned into that touchdown by Isaiah Farabee. Long 60-yard run by Farabee. You thought right away that would set the tone.
Yeah, after that play, I would not have thought that the halftime score would be 8-7.
Me neither. And then there was miscommunication there. You saw Jermaine Dawson fall on the ball. First down turnover, I should say, for FSK. Nice job there by Stevens to roll out and find Braden Haven, who gets behind Man Valley's defense. And Gene Magin was having trouble finding his receivers, and Ben Stevens was his best receiver. Unfortunately, Stevens plays for Key. He had 2 picks in the first half.
Yep.
He's one of their dudes. He's been doing it all night. Yep. And then the long drive, aided by a penalty or 2, was capped off by a Keandre Grooms touchdown run. They went for 2, got it, lead 8-7, and then here again, Magin on the run, trying to make something happen, and Ben Stevens right there to pick it off. So FSK has done a good job staying in this game, trying to get their second county win of the season, second win overall. And Man Valley, again, it's been win-loss, win-loss. You see the standings here, Coach, and we know Westminster Winners Mill top the county, but Man Valley could really use a win here to try to stay in the middle of their standings.
Yeah, well, we said it in the very beginning. This was going to be a competitive game between 2 very competitive football teams in the Carroll County.
Yeah, right there next to each other in the standings. So a win by Key and here, and they leapfrog Man Valley in the standings. And here's the rest of the games this week in Week 7, Carroll County High School football. Liberty in South Carroll, a rivalry you know very well. It's going on tonight at Parker Field. We got the Man Valley Key game. Centuries at Westminster, and Winners Mill hosting Springbrook as the Falcons had their 4th straight home game. And then we're looking at, only 2 weeks left in the regular season. We're really jockeying for position now.
Yes.
In this final 2 weeks. So far in this game, Coach, if you're Man Valley, the positives are what? To me, I would think it's their ability early to run the ball.
Well, early, yeah. I mean, I would be concerned that they got away from it in the second half. Maybe they panicked a little bit. I'm not sure, but they need to get back to that in this third quarter.
And if you're FSK, what are you talking about here at halftime? The fact that you absorbed that early blow and sort of stood up in the middle of their defense, and you got a 1-point lead.
Yeah, I'm walking on 6 inches up off the ground, man. I'm going back to that locker room going, guys, you guys played a great half. You were disciplined. You had 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Right, which they did a couple times. I mean, who knows they would have scored, but again, you get the ball, and then you get pushed back 15 yards before you even start 1st and 10 after the turnover. Little deflating, but still, they have a 1-point lead based on their ability to take advantage of Man Valley mistakes and penalties and score short-range touchdowns.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I think Coach Cunningham and his staff are pretty happy with where they're at right now. They can play another half just the way they played that half. They'll be fine.
Yeah, I think, cut down the penalties on both sides and a couple of the mistakes. And of course, if you're FSK, you love the fact that you got 3 takeaways already in this game. You just wish you had more points on it.
Yes.
You see Man Valley's marching band doing some entertainment at halftime. I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at the most recent athlete of the week. CMSportsNet actually comes from a player in this game. We're going to go ahead and take a look at it. The most recent CMSportsNet athlete of the week. Let's take a look.
CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services and by Genova's To Go.
This week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Braden Fritz, Manchester Valley football. Braden, big day, kicking the ball, also caught a touchdown. Tell me about that. They're using you as on all sides of the ball, all phases. How's the preparation for you when it comes to something like that, knowing that you play receiver and you also kick and play some defense too? Is there any extra preparation that goes into it every week?
It's just pretty much pregame, getting a lot of kicks in, getting reps, and getting mentally right to be on all sides of the ball and make plays out there. Before games, I like to come up here and kick before the bus leaves, and it's an important part of it.
You told me before we started this that you were kicking off the grass. Usually you guys kick off the block, the T block. How did that change things when you found out no block and you have to go, all natural right off the grass?
Got to handle adversity and find a way to deal with what you got, and made it happen, and it worked, and it was fine.
You guys scored on the fluke flicker play there, and you got behind Century's defense. What does that do for the offense when you can execute a play like that? It gives you a big catch, but also lifts everybody's spirits, I would think.
Just a lot of momentum, and just gets the team going. And I wasn't the first read, but our line had a good time to block, and Gene had time to find me and get me down the field, and had room to work.
Now, you're not the first Fritz to kick here at Man Valley. Your older brother was a good kicker here and kicks in college now too. How much do you learn from him and lean on him? And when you guys talk about kicking and placement and all kinds of stuff, how much of that communication goes on?
It's nice to have a mentor, and he tells me what I need to do, how to change things, and my steps. It's a big part of it. It's just repetition and keep getting practice in. It's good to work with him and be under his shoes a little bit.
All right, congrats on a great week last week. Good luck the rest of the season. Thank you. Braden Fritz, this week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. And by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Congrats, Braden Fritz, our most recent CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. Coach and I talked already about Winters Mill and South Carroll from last week. It was such a great game to watch. We're going to go ahead and show you the highlights from that game. So let's go ahead and take a look. South Carroll Winters Mill from week 6. Winters Mill hosted South Carroll on Friday, October 6th in Carroll County Athletic League Week 6 football action, with the unbeaten Falcons wanting to extend their program best start and the Cavaliers going after their first win of the season. The Falcons start on the ground in a big way. Here's senior Paris Lee to cap the opening drive with a 19-yard touchdown run. Camden Cook's PAT makes it 7-0 for the home team. Winters Mill's running game is on point early. Malachi Denning takes it in from 14 yards out, and another Cook point after makes it 14-0. Winters Mill is taking control early, and now the defense comes up big as Dallas Poole snags a tip pass from SC quarterback Caleb Evans for the interception. Here comes another deflection. Tommy Hinkhouse gets a hand up to tip Evans' pass and brings it in himself for another pick. The Falcons are rolling. And they add 3 more points right before the half when Cook drills a 39-yard field goal. Winters Mill 17, South Carroll 0.
And that's the 8.5, ladies and gentlemen.
The Cavaliers are not giving up. Right after the offense turns the ball over, the defense wipes it away. A bad snap, and Falcons QB Caleb Kraus cannot corral the ball, so junior Cutter Stanton finds it in the end zone for a South Carroll touchdown. A kick from Kenan Hunter makes it 17-7. It stays that way until the final minutes. The Cavs face a 4th and 7, but Evans finds Braden Yeager for the touchdown. And now it's 17-14 with 64 seconds to go. Despite failing to get the onside kick, South Carroll gets the ball back and benefits from a face mask penalty to start with good field position. Then, Evans finds Ian Straley on this play to stop the clock and move the ball into potential field goal range. A few plays later, Hunter trots out to attempt a 40-yard field goal, and the kick is pure. South Carroll forces overtime and ties the game at 17-all. The Cavaliers win the toss and elect to play defense first, so Winters Mill's offense gets the first crack. 2 plays later, it's Kraus to Nico Baez for a 6-yard strike. Cook's PAT puts Winters Mill up by 7, 24-17.
Nico Baez.
The Cavaliers get a shot, but on 4th down from the 11, it's Paris Lee with a sack to seal it.
Paris Lee with the sack. And that's
The final score is Winters Mill 24, South Carroll 17. Caleb Evans throws more than 150 yards for the Cavaliers, who fall to 0-6, 0-3 in the county. Paris Lee leads the Winters Mill ground attack that collects 176 rushing yards, and the Falcons move to 6-0, 4-0 in the CCAL. Still fun to watch, even though
Absolutely. What a great
it was a great football game.
That was a great football game.
And we got one cooking right here between
Yes, we
FSK
did.
and Man Valley. Eagles 8, Mavericks 7. Halftime about to come to an end. And Coach, real quick keys there. Here's the first half team stats and keys to the game here for both. If you're key, what has to go right in the second half?
I think you have to keep building on what you built on in that second quarter. And if you're Man Valley, you got to get back to running the football. Get behind those big guys and just run the ball. Manage the game. You're 1 point down. All you got to do is get it yourself.
Only 50 yards of offense and thereabouts for Key, and yet they lead 8-7. So, I mean, you got to take the positives there. You have a 1 point lead in this game. It hasn't gone your way. You've had 3 turnovers. You wish you would have scored more points, but you're winning. And that's that culture thing you're going back to, right? We're in the game. We know we can win this game if we do A, B, and C.
Yeah, and if you're Man Valley, you just forget the first half. Yep. You know, you go back to the drawing board and you go, okay, you know, we can run the football against these guys. We can control the line of scrimmage. Let's go back to that and see what happens. So it'll be interesting to see what MV does.
And the first couple drives could really tell the tale here in the start of the second half, third quarter.
And I mentioned to you, I think that Man Valley's size is going to wear Key down a little bit. But
so far, Key's been able to. Again, when it looks like they're about to sort of break a little bit, they stand up and stand together.
They do.
So.
Yeah.
Expected nothing less in this Week 7 Carroll County football game.
And I would not expect anything less from a Coach Cunningham coach team. That's for sure.
He definitely has the Eagles believing they can hang with these guys.
Yeah, he does.
So here we go. FSK will kick off. Man Valley will receive. A low liner. Picked up by James Herndon, number 3. Ooh. Oh. See, there was a referee right there. Oh, there is a flag drop.
Yep, there is. Yep.
So, not what you wanted right away, FSK. No. Herndon makes the return, and unfortunate hand goes up to the face mask. I believe that'll be the penalty here, and it's going to give Man Valley 15 yards.
Yeah, I don't think the key player was, trying to.
Oh, absolutely not.
Got his hand in the wrong
Sometimes
spot.
that's where it goes up.
Happens.
Returner comes down like this, and you go up to make a tackle.
Yep.
There you go, face mask on Key. So the first mistake, inadvertent one, but a mistake nonetheless, goes to the Eagles, and then it's going to be Man Valley gaining 15 yards after the return. So first and 10, Man Valley going to be up past the 35-yard line or so. They're marking off the penalty yards. And we'll see if Coach Kraus will see if you're right as they go to the run all the way up to the 43-yard line.
First down Mavericks at the
38.
Oh, excuse me, 38. I'm going the wrong way.
Yep.
Fuzzy math.
Yep.
38-yard line. Nonetheless, good field position for the Mavericks. So here we go. Second half will be underway. And it is a handoff to Farabee.
Nice play.
Stood up at about the 40-yard line, so 2-yard gain there. And they have made some adjustments here already on the way that Man Valley's attacking their run game. or their defense with their run game. And good job by the Eagles, a gain of 2.
Yeah, Key's done a good job of picking up from the second level, and Man Valley's just got to do something to. They don't need to put the guy on the ground. All they got to do is shield him off and give Farabee a chance. Like that. There you go.
That was a nice job. Nice tackle there made. Short of the first down, but another run by Farabee and another third and short coming up. Up to the 47-yard line now of Man Valley. So Farabee coming out. Jacob Reitz going in, number 22. He's a junior running back for Man Valley. Again, we talked about him coming back a little fresh legs. Scored twice last week in their win. He missed a few games with injury. He gets the handoff. Oh, he had a tackle in the backfield, and instead it's going to be a first down.
Well, that's those fresh, strong legs. Yeah.
It's a first down for the Mavericks. Jacob Reitz. Jacob Dell almost had him in the backfield. Big number 70 for Key, but Reitz stays on his feet and picks up a first down. Inside FSK territory. First and 10 from the 45 of FSK. Just underway here in the third quarter. Hand off to Reitz.
I like it. Nice job.
They're going to the ground so far.
Yep.
That's a 5-yard gain on first down. Ben Lombroya tackled him, but not before a gain of, we're going to give him 6. That's what you want to have on first down. That's what we saw on the first drive.
Absolutely. You start to wear that defensive front down, it's going to make them second-level guys.
You just stole my thought. I was going to tell you, I was going to say, I wonder what they talked about at halftime about just get behind these guys and let's run.
That's it.
And there's Reitz, gets past the first initial line. Good job by Key there to bottle him up, but Reitz got close to a first down again. It'll be 3rd and 2. 3rd and, actually, he's right, 3rd and 1. I'd keep it on the ground, Coach.
Oh, absolutely.
And they do, and it's Jacob Reitz. Well, flag comes in. It's going to be a hold. It's going to come back.
That's what you don't need. You don't want it.
Because you had a first down, and it's going to be, that flew in from the white hat himself, so that's going to be
it's definitely going to be a
hold on Manchester Valley.
Holding on the Mavs.
So a 3rd and 1 becomes a 3rd and at least 11.
Yep.
It was a good run by Man Valley, but almost a little too good. Nice tackle made there by. So let's see. Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 11. So Ray was right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, I don't think you have to get out of your game plan here. You can run the football here.
Yeah, I agree. And they will. It's Reitz on a toss. FSK closing in. And yeah, not much. Didn't have much.
He made a great
anywhere
play
to go.
Yep.
So you got a couple yards, but not enough for a first down.
So the holding penalty comes back to bite them.
It does, and Man Valley will punt. Been a while since they punted. That was Jacob Reitz on that run, and a good job by Key's defense. And I see number 4, Keandre Grooms, at the heart of that tackle. So Ben Stevens and Colton Fleister back to receive this punt. Gene Magan will be the punter. Key absorbs the first. Oh, nice kick by Magan. Will that go in the end zone? It will.
Yep, sure did.
Touchback for Man Valley. FSK will have the ball at its own 20.
First down, Key at the 20.
So if you're Man Valley, okay,
go ahead.
I would tell you that I would feel good about the way that series went. I wouldn't be happy with the holding penalty, but hey, we got the football. We moved the ball down the field, got a couple first downs. Now we've got Key, back at the inside their 20, at their 20-yard line. So,
yeah, the hold was killer.
Yes.
But that's how it goes. There's a run for the Eagles and pretty good yards on first down, all the way up past the 25-yard line. That was Grooms. It's going to be a gain of 5 or 6.
Jake Robinson on the tackle.
That's a real good
Yeah.
play for Key on first down.
Yep.
Correction. Matt Robinson on the tackle. Matt Robinson on the tackle.
And then their spread formation, 2-by-2.
Grooms, I think, is going to get the ball here. Man Valley stand him up a little bit there. Might have got a yard. How much of emphasis, coach, is there, too, with Key to remind themselves that we have the lead. If we have the ball, we have the lead. We can. I mean, it's still really early in this game, in the second half. We can work some of the clock to our advantage here, and if we can get first downs.
Well, you definitely want to manage the game here.
Right.
Yes, and you want to get first downs, and you want to move the chains so that you have the possession of the football and don't give it to your opponent.
And it's better shape here of 3rd and short.
And this little go-go offense here with the double backs on one side. There goes
Stevens is going to keep it up the middle. He's going to get a first down.
Yeah.
That's a good play call by FSK.
That's a successful formation that Coach Thompson put in a couple years ago with Jared Rudder. Did a great job. A dude. Yeah, he was a dude. All them Rudders are dudes.
We're old enough to remember watching Josh play, and then he coached, and then he's an administrator now in Carroll County. He was a dude, by the way.
Yeah, he was. He played middle linebacker for me with the Cannons. He was a dude.
Yes, he was. Younger fans, 1st and 10 here for FSK. I'll get to that in a second. Here's a handoff to a little jet sweep. It's going to be a hold, I think. I'm trying to see who was carrying the ball. That was number 3. It was Dawson. But I think it's going to come back. Younger fans are going to not remember, but in the 2000s, the Carroll County team that had the most wins was Francis Scott Key.
Yes, they were.
It wasn't close.
Yes, they were.
From about 2000 to 2009, they were the best team in the county by far.
Yep.
And people forget that. When they think FSK, you kind of think, it's on the bottom half of the county. And it has been in the last couple of years. But it wasn't that long ago that they were really tough out every week.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
This was a nice play design, but a little bit of a hold. I think they got a hold on.
Yeah, I'm just not, again, I'm not a fan favorite of going back 7 yards and then trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's,
Right.
Man Valley's got a lot of strong pursuit, and, it's improved on that play there.
So it'll be a 1st and 20 after that hold. There's a pass going up top.
Picked off.
Intercepted. Trying to get it to 24, Braden Haven, and that was Jordan Hughes, number 1.
Interception, Manchester Valley, numero 1, Jordan Hughes.
And so that swings the ball back to Man Valley right at midfield with 5:50 to go or so in the third quarter. A little underthrown by Stevens, and a nice play by Hughes to go up and get the ball right in midfield.
Yeah, so Stevens needed to put that ball out there a little farther and let the receiver run underneath of it.
The play or not, he's kind of a heave off the back foot. But either way, the first turnover for their side goes to Man Valley at the 50-yard line. So they go back to the run here, and they do. It's Farabee picking up about 6 yards on first down. Well, you love that, Coach.
Yes, sir, I do. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And this is that stage, 5.5 left in the third quarter. Can Man Valley's size wear down FSK? Start to wear them down, because FSK a little smaller in depth.
Yep.
Guys go both ways. A lot of their guys both ways. And just as the game progresses, you've been on the sideline when it happens. You can sort of see shoulders dip, heads dip, the hands on knees.
Yeah, you start to feel it.
Yeah,
see it, yep.
Hasn't happened yet, but it could be that time of the game. We'll see.
Right there, there you go.
There, though. Big 61 there, bottling him up. Gary Bavetta.
Gary Bavetta on the tackle.
That's a loss of a yard, so 3rd and 5. Nice job by Bavetta, 61.
Yeah. Penetrated.
He's one of their dudes on defense, I know that. One of their dudes on both lines. (8-7) FSK. Man Valley has the ball on its own, or on FSK's 45-yard line. Third, and we'll call it 6. Magan going to play fake, going to go up top. He has a receiver down the far sideline. Making the catch, and James Herndon. Oh, wait. He may have stepped out of bounds. I don't know if that's a touchdown. Not sure that's a touchdown yet. There is a flag on the play. I didn't see his touchdown signal.
No, I didn't either.
Herndon's coming off the field. Let's see. I'm not sure it's a touchdown yet. Well, let's see. We're going to go talk to FSK's side. I think maybe he's down at the 5-yard line.
He didn't step out of bounds before he caught it, did he?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. Well, was it a touchdown? It is a touchdown. After the play.
Yeah, he was in by a yard and a half.
Okay,
easy.
all right. So it was an unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike, yep.
The touchdown is good. Unsportsmanlike on the Mavericks.
Great play by the receiver on the ball in the air.
That's James Herndon, number 3.
Yep.
This will push him back for a potential extra point. Braden Fritz, good kicker though for Man Valley. We saw his athlete of the week interview. He had four extra points last week, a field goal, and he caught a 50-yard touchdown on offense. So a nice week for Braden.
Nice ball game, yeah.
Yep. And we'll see if he can connect on a long extra point to make it a 6-point game. Nice play call from Man Valley on offense.
Yeah, well, the run sets up the pass, and the pass sets up the run. So, play action with the power eye allowed the receiver to get downfield.
Braden Fritz. No problem.
Wow. Nice job.
So with 4:16 to go in the third quarter, after that long PAT, Man Valley regains the lead, 13-8. Nice play fake from Magan.
Yep.
And Herndon just went up and got it.
Well, he caught the ball at the highest point. Your high point, you're taught to high point the football, and that's what he did.
Toby Adelaja was the defender on that play. And right away, there was the flag. I don't know if that came from maybe the sideline, that someone sent them from the sideline, because the play was still going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And the flag came out.
I mean, it was the ref right there at the goal line.
And who never gave a touchdown signal, so I thought maybe he had stepped out, but he did not. And it is 14-8 Man Valley with 4:15 to go in the third quarter.
Luca Brown on the kickoff for the Mavericks.
So the 2-point conversion from FSK, we still got a little ways to go in this game, but big play.
Oh, absolutely.
Being only down 6 right now.
Yeah. And if you're on the Eagles sideline, you stay composed. This is where you have to kind of think, okay, well, we just got to do our job and come out and move the football.
Luca Brown kicks off. Jermaine Dawson from the 20.
Oh, a little reverse action.
That was a nice play there. Colton Feister. Nice play by Key. Colton Feister all the way up near midfield. Nice little bag of tricks right there.
Yeah, Coach Cunningham pulling something out of his pocket there. Nice play.
Jermaine Dawson, just a quick little pitch to Feister. And he gets it up near midfield. Well, actually, he stepped out at the 44, so 44-yard line.
It's good field position, though. Start their drive.
Absolutely. 4:05 to go. First and 10, FSK.
Now I would attack Man Valley straight on, north-south. Don't try to go east-west on them.
And there's Jermaine Dawson, nice cutback, and he does get it to midfield, so a pretty good run on first down by Jermaine Dawson. 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
It was a nice cutback. He did go through the middle of that defense. Looked like he was going to be a run to the left, and he cut it back to the middle and picked up 6 yards. Coach's best friend, a 6-yard run on first down. There's a handoff to Keandre Grooms. Man Valley's defense was waiting for it.
It looked some kind of fullback dive, fullback trap. It didn't work.
It did not work.
Didn't fool the Man Valley
It
front.
did not. That's a no gain. Stop the clock. Got a player down here for Man Valley. Big 58. Jake Robinson. Clock stopped while he comes off the field, so he's okay. Maybe just got rolled up on. It's tough out there in the middle of the field.
I don't know what they're feeding them at lunchtime here. I'm telling you, they're huge. Good God.
Whatever it is, something good.
It is.
They like it.
They look like they're in wing T formation here.
They sure do. The old style.
Yep.
And it is. Jermaine Dawson, he's going to get close to a first down. I think he's got it.
Yep, it's going to be close.
That was a nice
be
play.
The mark. Yep. Buck sweep action there.
Cameron Reed made the stop, but it's a first down. Or is it?
Going to be close. I think they're going to.
Nope, they didn't give it to him.
Yep. So their offense is pulling everything out of the book. Little go-go, little wing T, little spread.
First down FSK, first down FSK in Man Valley territory.
Back in the wing T.
Yeah. Now we got a stoppage.
Give me a procedure. Yep.
That'll back them up 5. So first and 15.
If I'm Man Valley, I want to be heads up on the Sally play here, the inside reverse handoff.
Right in midfield. They're still in that wing T. Ooh. Actually, good job just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Number 11, Mitchell Smith. So now they've gone back to the old school FSK offense. Second down and no gain there. So, or else it really would have been another tackle for loss, if not for Mitchell Smith to get back to the line of scrimmage. A little surprised at the offensive formation, or are you just figuring
I am a little bit, because the wing T formation doesn't allow for, if you're behind, for a lot of options to throw the football. You have your boot, your waggle.
Right.
So there's a trap.
Yep. Man Valley's they definitely prepare for some of this, it seems like, this week, because they're lining up to stop it. A couple yards there by Grooms. It'll be third and about 12.
That's asking a lot for those key offensive linemen to move those big bodies out.
The big uglies, as we say.
The big uglies, yeah.
Which is a term of endearment on football.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
On the line, anyway.
I love them.
you want 8 or 9 of them on your
Many
team.
as I can get.
That's right. That's right. Third and 12.
Now they're back into their spread here, 2 by 2. So I would think that
Stevens trying to get it to Smith. Incomplete pass.
Punt the ball here.
I think so.
Play the field position. Yep.
They're only down by 6. That was a nice play call and a nice pattern by Smith. Led him a little bit, just a little bit too hard of a throw maybe, and wouldn't have gotten a first down, but might have got close to give him a chance to go for it on 4th down instead.
Yeah.
They will punt here. Stevens back to receive the snap for the punt and hold up. Flag.
I think we're going to get offside.
No, it's going to be false start procedure penalty. So not a major killer in midfield like this, but 4th and 12 just became 4th and 17. 5 yards in the middle of the field. Is it the worst thing in the world?
No.
As long as you can get off a good punt.
As long as you can get off a good punt here, yep. Try to keep it away from the returners, let the ball bounce, get downfield and cover it up.
So Smith standing back at his own 35. And it's blocked. Covered up by Key, but that's not going to matter. It's going to be Man Valley's ball. I think 22 got his hands on that. Jacob Reitz.
That's all by the snap. You see the little lollipop snap.
They've been in that backfield all night.
Yep.
Yeah,
it is 22.
22.
Yep.
Jacob Reitz. We talked about him on offense.
Yep.
Now it'll be back to Man Valley, 1st and 10, inside key territory. A nice play.
Yes.
By Reitz. It's 53 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Handoff. Farabee on the carry.
21.
Leonardo and Chris Thomas on the tackle.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Clock running, 35 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Man Valley 14, FSK 8. CMSportsNet game of the week. Man Valley in key territory. 2nd and 7 is likely the last play of the quarter. That's a handoff to Foreman, 42, and FSK's defense got up there quick. Stuff him out. Dell and Leonardo were right there. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll still say maybe 6. That's the end of the quarter.
After 3 quarters, Manchester Valley 14, FSK 8.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Man Valley has the lead, 14-8 over Francis Scott Key. 12 minutes to go in this one. The outcome is up for grabs here.
Sure is.
With 1 quarter to go. And we saw Man Valley get back to its run game a bit.
Yep.
But FSK is hanging in this game.
Yeah, they did get back to the run game, but the pass is what scored the touchdown.
True. True.
And, Key has, they've done a little of their own, shooting themselves in the foot. The block punt didn't help. But, we've got a whole 4th quarter here to play, and it's a good ball game up for grabs.
It sure is, yeah. 130-plus rushing yards for Man Valley. FSK's got their rushing yards up to over 50, but the passing yards really low. And really, Man Valley's too, until that long play, that long pass from Magan to James Herndon made a heck of a nice catch. The turnovers are still 3-1 for Man Valley, but it's a 6-point lead for the Mavericks after that last play. Nice job by Herndon to go up and get that ball, like you said, catch the point at its highest point, stays in bounds, gets in the end zone, and gives his team the lead in the 3rd quarter.
Yes, and again, it'll be redundant, but the run sets up the pass, and the pass sets up the run.
Yep.
That's just the way it works. And I think maybe that defensive back just maybe put his eyes in the backfield just a split second, and Herndon was able to get a step behind him and make a good play on the ball. So
that was a 3rd down run for Man Valley. Only got a couple yards, so it's going to be 4th and about 4 as we're underway now in the 4th quarter.
I think they're going to go for it.
I would think so. Yeah, actually, you can call it a 4th and 3. It's a big play here. I know it's still a lot of the whole quarter basically to go, but a stop here would be
momentum swing.
But it's going to be fair. He's going to get a 1st down.
Yep.
So much for that momentum swing.
Just builds the momentum on M Valley side. Now Reitz is going to check in.
Yep. 1st down, Man Valley. Farabee comes out. Feliciano comes in, a receiver for Man Valley, and some of that depth could start to little bit by little bit wear down FSK here in these final 11 minutes.
Yeah, I said early in the game I thought that might be one of the cliches that we would see where they would wear them down a little bit.
Yeah, it's not even really a cliche. It's just, like you said, the nature of this football game and what happens when you've got the depth and the size and the strength. Key's got it, but Man Valley's got more of it. Here's a run by Jacob Reitz. He's out of bounds, but 1st down yardage.
Nice job on his part of bouncing that outside.
That's a 1st down. And they're doing a good job just churning out yards here on this drive.
Yeah.
And still a little ways to go here, but a touchdown would be pretty detrimental to Key if they want to try to stay in this game. There's Reitz again. Bounces off Grooms, but not before he picks up some yards.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
It's going to be
Your Man Valley, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Coming up on 10 minutes to go. Man Valley trying to go up 2 scores. Reed spun out of a nice job spinning out of the tackle, or else he's back behind the line of scrimmage by far.
Yeah. Good job by Grooms to make penetration.
That was Chase Raploga who had him in his sights, and Reed made sure he did not lose more yardage. Actually winds up gaining yards.
Oh, it was taken from Reed.
Raploga had a shot at him. 3rd and 5 coming up for Man Valley. And again, we talked about Keach when they had their 1-point lead to try to milk some of the clock. Now you're definitely on Man Valley's side. The clock is your friend.
Yes.
9.5 to go. 3rd and 5, and maybe 2 downs here the rest of the way just to try to keep the ball or anything else. Magan going to the air over the middle, intercepted. Intercepted, Colton Feister.
I don't know what to say, brother.
Not sure, man. Not sure about that one.
I'd be yelling at my offensive coordinator terribly.
It's a good play by Key's defense. Magan off his back foot, just maybe not the best idea. Double coverage there. I know he threw it up to Herndon earlier for the touchdown, but
that pass had no chance of being connected.
Credit Key for yet another turnover.
Yes.
And that's exactly what they needed.
You're in field goal position there.
You have a good kicker.
Yes. Kicked it last week.
3 makes it a 9-point game.
Yeah, 2 points,
possession,
2 scores.
2 scores, yeah. So here, let's see what Key can do. A run up the middle by 32, Taku. That was Rogers for Key, Man Valley rather on the tackle.
Yeah, here's where you're going to really drive on your defense to get a 3 and out. Give the ball back to your offense. Learn from your mistakes and just run the football. Sorry to say.
Yeah, you're right. 2nd and 8. Stevens in the shotgun. Nobody home. He's going to run for it. He can run. He gets the first down. Steps out of bounds. He picks up the first down.
Stevens on the keeper. First down, Eagles.
Nice job by Stevens. He uses legs.
Yeah, I think I'd have one of my linebackers at my second level just be spying him. Wherever he goes, just keep your eyes on him. Yeah, because he's that kind of athlete. He can break a game.
Yep. 1st and 10 now, up to out past the 20-yard line. Taku in motion. Going to give it to Taku. He's going to go toward his sideline. And stood up by Nicholas Lepredo, 33. A good job by Lepredo. He's a good linebacker for Man Valley, number 33, senior. It was a gain of 4 yards, though, by Taku.
Man Valley's defended that jet pretty well all year, from what I've seen.
It could be a weapon for sure, though. If you run it right, we saw Liberty run it earlier in the year on touchdown against Man Valley. I know Westminster likes to run that play. Has run it for many years. You got to have your speed guys run that jet sweep. And Key has some speed. Oh, we had a penalty.
Must have been a flag on the play.
Didn't see it, but I'm going to back that clock up a little bit. So it's going to be 1st and we're going to run the clock now. Being about 1st and 2, 1st and 1.
There's a penalty on Man Valley.
Yeah. Wow. So that moves the ball. But the box says 1st down, so 1st and 2. Really only 1st and 1. Stevens tried to throw it. He's got pressure on him now.
Let's get rid of it.
He throws it away.
Whoa, almost.
Incomplete pass and 2nd down.
Just to let you know, we're going to be back in the studio next Friday, October 20th, because we got 3 doozies for you next week. We're going to do some red zone style multi-game coverage. Confirmed, Mike Kraus will join me in the studio. We got Winters Mill and Man Valley. We got Westminster and Liberty, and we got South Carroll and Century. All big games, all competitive games, I'm sure. And we got county championships to go after. And it's going to be a fun week next week with multi-game coverage.
It's going to set up week 9, isn't it?
Sure is.
Boy.
Well, let's not get there yet, but you're right.
Yeah.
Westminster Liberty, huge game. Winters Mill, Man Valley, big game. There's a run and a first down for FSK. It was a little first and short, second and short anyway. So
After on the carry, Herndon on the stop.
Taku gets the yardage, and it's a first down. The clock's running, 7 minutes to go. And FSK out past the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
A lot of time left. A lot of time. 6:50 to go. Stevens gonna hand off to Taku. Ooh, whoa, nice job by Taku to get away from.
Yeah, he slipped right through there.
55. Aiden Turner was ready for a tackle for loss. Instead, it's a big positive run for FSK.
Earn it on the stop. 2nd and 6.
Nice run.
Yeah,
nice job by Taku. They've gone away from Grooms and Dawson. They've found something here with George Taku a little bit. Taku listed as a sophomore, 5'7", 140 pounds.
We talked last week about the experience these sophomores are getting playing on varsity this year with all the clubs.
Pays dividends right here. Stevens up the middle
draw.
now. Yep, nice job by Stevens. First down.
Yeah, first down.
First down, starts the clock again. 6 minutes to go, and Key is on the move.
Yeah, Key's just, they're saying they're getting back in the huddle and they're going to keep doing what we're doing. Keep moving the football, no mistakes, no penalties. That's what you don't want. You don't want to see an offensive line hold.
Right. Or a turnover.
Or a turnover, right.
They've got 4 of them tonight. Usually that means you're up a comfortable margin. Instead, they're facing a 6-point deficit. There's Jermaine Dawson and gets some positive yards on first down into Man Valley territory. And suddenly it's Key kind of wearing down Man Valley a little bit.
I was just thinking the very same thing, man. I was thinking the very same thing. Here we thought that it was going to be the other way around, and Key's moving the football, moving that front.
Well, look, when you're on offense, you're running the ball. It doesn't matter how big you are. You're stopping guys. You're tiring guys out on defense. Taku breaks through that first line. That's a first down. That's close. Nope, third down.
Now you're going to get the push-tush probably.
Yeah.
Game is 9, 3rd and 1.
So 3rd and 1. Under 5 minutes to go. Clock running. But FSK, their offense on the move in Man Valley's territory. Who can make a play for Man Valley's defense?
Yeah. They're in the shotgun. Go.
Stevens keeps it, and this time Man Valley is standing up. Didn't make it, lost a yard. Lost a yard.
Surprised they didn't go to the push-tush. They moved the pile.
Anthony Hesselbein, number 25, comes up with a tackle there. He's a good defensive lineman for Man Valley. And now you're talking about a 4th and 3.
Play the game right here.
So far,
yep.
4:07 to go.
Although I shouldn't say that because we saw what happened last week.
Well, at the time, it's play of the game, right? So here we go. 4 minutes.
Spread.
FSK, 4th and 3. Stevens in the shotgun. Perhaps changing the play. Man Valley's fans getting loud. Still looking on the sideline. Stevens rolls this way. Trying to throw it down the near sideline. Caught! All the way down near the goal line.
Man Valley looking for offensive
Haven.
Not going to get it.
I didn't think he did. I mean, I think they were going up for it.
Yeah, he went up for it.
Now let's see. What's the call?
Yeah.
He's down at about the 1 yard line.
Touchdown.
They call a touchdown.
Wow. Wow.
Well then. Stevens threw it up on the sideline. Havens, I don't think that was pass interference.
Nah, he's got to extend his arms, and I don't think he did that.
They both went up, and the pylon's down, and they decided that Haven had crossed the plane. We got a tie score.
Here we do. What's Key going to do here?
I don't know if they're going to kick an extra point. They're just going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, they're going to push-tush.
Let's see. Stevens sets a guy in motion. He gets pushed into the end zone. No! He did not get it.
Pat, these games are killing us, man. Good Lord.
He just didn't get that push from Grooms or his line.
No.
So the run failed, and with 3:25 to go in the fourth quarter, FSK 14, Man Valley 14. You got to credit the FSK on that touchdown play.
Hey, I told you when they played Winters Mill, you know, they were not going to be an easy out. They were going to be tough all season, and they've proven it.
Some of the scores that you see at the final scores kind of belie what happened during the game. I know Key was in the game against Liberty. They were in the game against Westminster for most of the first half. They lost lopsided games, but it doesn't always tell the story.
No, it sure doesn't.
And we saw them in that game, or our multi-game coverage back in. They had the lead the whole way, 6-0 against Man Valley. Winters Mill until 4th and 18.
Yeah.
They had to throw a touchdown pass. They threw a touchdown pass. Cook kicks the extra point. They lose by 1.
Yeah, they outplayed Winters Mill that night, and they've done a good job here in the second half of
7-8
to playing even or above Man Valley here.
7-8 to that game was FSK.
Yes,
won the game. The scoreboard showed Winters Mill got the win. In this game, Man Valley has certainly played well, but the 4 turnovers is the story of the game.
No question. I don't.
And he takes a knee. That was probably pretty smart. Just better field position right there. So Man Valley has the ball back.
Go back to that play call inside the red zone there. I'm not sure about that one, that pass call.
It was a tough one, yeah. I mean, we're not in the huddle. We don't know what they called, but you're right. I mean, you have a pretty sure-footed kicker. Oh, we have a penalty here? No, okay, we don't.
No.
See Gene Magan coming into the huddle there for Man Valley. You know, you have a sure-footed kicker. Doesn't mean he's always going to make them. It would have been a long one from there, but that was a 3rd down play.
Yeah.
You like to think you could gain some yards on the ground, eat up some more clock, and then try your chances there with a field goal. But we have a tie score here, 14-14. Let's see what Man Valley can do on offense. And good job there by Key to stand them up.
Key's energized right now.
They really are.
All the momentum. Yep.
That was Farabee on the run. He got 2 or 3.
Second and 8.
Have a Key player limping off. I'm not sure who that was.
Yeah, I couldn't really see. A little bit of a glare here from the press box, but nonetheless, at the 36-yard line. Oh, miscommunication.
Man, they need to scrap that play.
That was almost identical play from before.
Yeah, they definitely need to scrap that one.
That was Reitz trying to get the handoff, and that's going to be 3rd and long now.
Wow.
Chris Thomas and company in on the tackle for Key, and Uncle Mo is certainly on FSK's sideline right now.
Oh, yeah.
Third and 12. It's taking a long time getting this play in. Here comes the play clock. Down to 4, 3, and I think there was a timeout. Yeah.
Yep, call timeout.
Yeah, the play clock was winding down. Timeout, Man Valley.
It's not a bad timeout, you know. It's 3rd and 12. You don't want to turn the ball over. You want to at least get, you know, a good play call into the huddle. Make sure everybody's on the same page, same snap count.
Right.
But FSK, man, I'll tell you, they got Uncle Mo on their side.
Right
for
now
sure.
they do. Right now they definitely do. So 2:08 to go. 3rd and 12. Fourth quarter, tie score. 2 straight weeks in a row. We got people biting their nails watching the CMSportsNet game of the week. What are you talking about in Man Valley's huddle right there, Coach?
Just make sure we do our jobs, you know.
And on FSK's sideline, you got to be just playing loose. Play within yourselves, but play loose.
They have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
They're in the game, obviously, a tie score. With one more play here, you might want to start calling a timeout if you're Key and trying to get the ball back.
Yeah, you want to reserve the clock, yep.
So here we go. 2:08.
We're going to play soft.
Pass, Magan over the middle, incomplete. Good pressure there for FSK, and that stops the clock. So you don't worry about a timeout. We almost had to throw it there.
Yeah.
Man Valley. That was good pressure from Key, and that's 4th down. And so 2:03 to go and all 3 timeouts. And I don't know about Keith's kicking game, but Key is going to more than likely get the ball here in pretty good field position. You see Coach Cunningham telling him, don't commit a penalty here on this rush.
Right. Stay off the kicker.
Yes, let him kick it. Oh, I thought that was a false start. Well, they did rush it. And Stevens makes the fair catch signal.
Smart job.
Yep, it's a veteran right there for you. So good kick, though, from Magan. Gets him down inside the 35-yard line. So, 1:56 to go, 1st and 10.
So here's where you want your quarterback to step in the huddle, take charge. You know, he's their senior, he's their leader. You know, tell everybody, hey, we got a chance to go down and score and win this football game. Let's do it.
And I don't necessarily think you'll see every play be a run, because they've already shown they can throw the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've mixed up their schemes. They've given a wing T look. They've given a spread look. We'll see. It'll be a fun drive here to see if Man Valley's defense can come up with a stop, or if FSK can get into position to take.
I'm the Man Valley defensive coordinator, though. I'm spying that quarterback because he's their athlete.
He can use his wheels.
Yep.
He's back to pass
Screen.
on 1st down. Oh, big
nice
hit.
play.
That was incomplete. It had to be incomplete.
Yep, that's incomplete, definitely.
Feister went over the middle, and Man Valley's defense, Hasselbein.
It's a good play call, but the defensive end just stayed in home. Nice job.
That was a big hit.
Yes.
And a clean hit. Hasselbein, one of their dudes.
Yep.
Think twice about running that play again. Feister over the middle. Hasselbein popped him with his shoulder. Never had the ball, though, so incomplete pass.
Yeah.
2nd down. Now they're back in their spread, right, Coach?
Yep.
Trips here to the near side.
Trips to the near side.
Stevens going the opposite way.
Gonna get rid of it.
Oh. Incomplete.
Young man's got a strong arm.
He does.
That ball was on a rope.
Anthony Hasselbein was almost shoestrings away from getting a sack in the backfield.
Yeah.
And Stevens can throw the ball.
Yep.
You see Hasselbein here come off the tackle and
Under
almost
pressure.
get him right there, almost. Yep. Would have been back at the 30-yard line instead. Cross his body up. Actually, almost intercepted. Nice play by Gambrel. So now it's 3rd and 10, and you've passed it twice on 1st, 2nd down, so giving Man Valley the ball back potentially with a lot of time left and 2 timeouts. But we'll see here, 3rd and 10. Same formation.
Go-go formation. Max protection.
Oh, Stevens. Oh, no, he was out of bounds.
Yeah, he's
out of bounds. I think that's an incomplete pass. No, Man Valley's players think he was in bounds, but it wasn't close. He was out of bounds. I think that's an incomplete pass, though, by Stevens.
Let's see if he...
Incomplete pass.
Yes.
No, yeah, he never had his foot set.
Yep. He was definitely out of bounds when he caught it.
He was.
Running that too deep for the Mavericks.
All right, so 1:32 to go. That was an interesting possession.
Yeah,
I thought they might run the ball a couple times there. You're going to trust your defense. Good kick by Stevens and a fair catch. And now, if you're Man Valley, with 1:26 to go, and it's 1st and 10, if you believe in Fritz, your kicker, you only have to go about 40 yards or so, and you got 2 timeouts. I'm not second guessing FSK. They know what they're doing. I'm up here. They're down there. I thought they might run the ball a couple times to try to see what they could get.
Yeah, I did
first
too.
and 2nd down.
I did too.
You know, they threw a long touchdown pass. Not saying they can't throw it, but in that time of the game, with only a minute or whatever it was, 1:50 or so to go, they only took a couple seconds off the clock and then they punted. So, but
clock management is everything at this point.
It is.
You're below 2 minutes or at 2 minutes, you got to manage the clock properly.
Your defense has played well in this game. You trust your defense, and there's a guy right there who leads the defense and the offense, and Ben Stevens.
I would not be throwing the ball near him.
So here we go. Magan back to pass.
Pressure.
Oh, he gets away, and he has to fly out of bounds. That was smart. Oh, he completed a pass. My bad. I thought he was throwing that ball away. He completed that to Justin Gamble, or that's Braden Fritz, excuse me. How about that?
Pick up a 4. Yep.
Second and 6.
Should have been 15-yard loss. Instead, it's a 4-yard gain. That's a big play.
Key defender needed to grab cloth there. Yep. He lost the wrap.
Key got penetration, though, on that play. Here's a quick pass to Herndon. Not many guys there. And he gets out of bounds.
Thrown out of bounds. Yep.
That was 8 Austin Gross.
Down by Austin Gross. Third down.
That's no gain, maybe a yard, so 3rd and 5. He did get out of bounds. The clock stopped with 1:07 to go. I'm a little surprised here myself that they didn't try to run a couple plays on the ground, but these guys trust their QBs. Third and 5. Pass caught. Braden Fritz, first down, out of bounds.
Nice safe pass play right there. 8-yard hitch.
Yep. That's 2 catches now by Braden Fritz, who is also their kicker.
Helping his own cause there, isn't he?
Yep, yeah. He's inside. They're into key territory. 61 seconds left. Magan and the Mavs offense on the move.
I look at the top of the screen, top of the field there.
Magan got a man over the middle, incomplete. It was James Herndon. He had Gross beat. Incomplete pass.
He did. Where was Stevens on that? I didn't see him.
I didn't see
there.
Stevens, yeah. He's there. I just didn't see him on that play.
Huh.
Oh, he had a man, too. He had him beat.
Yeah, he did.
2nd and 10. I don't want to say the O word, but...
No. No, don't say it.
Getting close to it.
Yeah,
heck, it would be fun. Come on.
Yeah,
It'd be fun.
it is fun.
Well, we got 56 seconds left. We got a lot of time left here. Magan going to drop back to pass.
Got the wheel route.
He's
got
got time. He's got him. Oh, he dropped it.
Dropped the ball.
Drew Feliciano, I think, may have looked up instead of down into his hands. And that's an incomplete pass. And that's could have been a touchdown.
Oh, you got a feel for that young man. He ran a great route. Great out and up wheel route.
And FSK just called a timeout, and I think there was some question about the defense in there, what was going on, because that's twice on those 2 plays where somebody was missing in the backfield. I saw number 8, Austin Gross, look over to the sideline, wonder what's going on. But he called their first timeout.
So good job by Coach Cunningham and his staff. He wants to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
They know what coverage we're in.
Yep.
They're getting pressure on the quarterback.
They are. They certainly did on first down.
Yes.
The first play of this drive.
Well, we've had some exciting Friday
We
night
sure
games.
have. We sure have. We had a 1-point game earlier in the year. We had an overtime game last week. And now we're staring at a tie game with 50 seconds left in regulation.
Yeah.
Here we go. 3rd and 10. Magan down the sideline. He's got Herndon. And it's a touchdown.
Wow.
Called the timeout to try to get things going.
Herndon just won that. He just beat him right off the line.
Right down the sideline.
Yep.
Little pump fake.
All Magan had to do was make sure he kept the ball in bounds. And
he did, and Herndon did the rest.
Yep.
39 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. Fritz has a big extra point right here. With time left. Fritz kicks it. It's good. And 39 seconds to go. Man Valley 21, FSK 14. And James Herndon with a pair of touchdown catches in the second half. have given Man Valley some much-needed offense in this game.
Yeah, I guess we got to call Herndon a dude now, too. He's pretty good.
And you see Jermaine Dawson. He's frustrated.
Oh, yeah, it's frustrating. Yep.
You play that hard for...
Yep. 47 and a half
40, yeah, exactly. Yep. I was trying to do the math real quick.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I was going to say 11 and a half, but they played much more than 11 and a half tough minutes tonight. Stranger things have happened. We saw South Carroll score 10 in the final minute last week to tie it. I think FSK's got 2 timeouts left, and they've got dudes on their side.
Yeah, so do they squib kick it here, or do they kick it deep?
I think they would squib kick it. What do you tell your kicker? Just hit it into the dirt?
Yep, that's it.
Hit it hard.
Yep.
Goes 10 yards, makes it a free ball. It'll be, well, this time it's Fritz. It was Luca Brown earlier. Now it's Fritz, so it must be a low liner here from Fritz.
So everybody stay in your lanes and do your job. Not let him get outside.
I think I'd move up a little bit if I were FSK's
returners.
Absolutely. They're back inside the 10.
Yep.
Fritz puts
They kick it deep.
Fritz kicks it deep. Feister from inside his 5. Well, made one man miss. Cut it back. Pretty good run back. Just running out of time now. The clock is against you here. But that was a nice job by Feister to get out of his own end zone. And 31 seconds to go. Now, the last drive where I thought you could run the ball a few times, you almost can't run it here.
No.
You got to have 4 or 5 pass plays in your book.
You got to tell everybody to move quick, get to the line of scrimmage, get set.
Clock stops on a first down in high school momentarily so they can move the chains. So you've got that part of it going in your favor if you're key, but otherwise the clock is not in your favor here. And Man Valley's defense can pin back and go after Stevens.
They've gone empty.
Stevens goes up top. Oh, he had a man there. Oh, nice job by Mitchell Smith to hurdle the bench. That was a nice thrown ball by Stevens. He had a guy open.
He's got a good arm.
Yeah, you see Bernie Koontz making sure his defensive backs know what's coming. They have to throw it down the field.
Yeah.
So you would think you'd have extra defensive backs back there.
Yeah, you're playing cover 4, some sort of prevent. You knock the ball down.
I would think, Coach, you still have a chance to throw it over the middle.
You can,
past
because you
10
have timeouts.
yards.
Yes,
and you have 2 timeouts, correct.
Right.
So you don't have to go 40 yards down the sideline every throw. Stevens in the backfield by himself. Pressure. Stevens has to throw it away. Stevens rolled into the pressure. That was a good job by number 5, Matthew Ferran. And the coaches wanted that to be it.
Yeah, they're going to question whether he was in the pocket or not.
Yeah, coaches wanted that to be intentional grounding, but they're not going to call it. And it's 3rd down, 19 seconds now.
No, but you were right. I mean, they don't have to. They just got to get a first down.
And maybe they were trying to do it there, but credit Ferran for pressuring, and Stevens rolled right into the pressure.
Yeah.
Had nothing else to do but throw it away. 2 plays left if you're Man Valley. Stevens going to try to go somewhere. Gets away again. And
gets out of bounds.
He gets out of bounds. He does.
Yeah. Nice.
Stevens on the keeper. Forming on the tackle.
Keeps him alive.
Out of bounds. It's 4th and about 3.
So your focus here is getting the first down and then calling timeout.
Well, this is the game. You got to get a first down.
Yep.
And now you can go to the middle and you call your timeout.
And then go empty.
They only have a play after that. So long way to go for Key. Pressure again from Ferran. Pass is caught by Grooms.
Gets out of bounds.
Oh, but the clock ran out. So wait a minute, let's see. They're going to say there's a clock left.
Official times on the field.
Hang on, we're going to see here. That's the end of the game. So there was a first down there at the end, but it was not enough to turn the clock, or turn the chains out, have a second left, and it's going to be a 21-14 final score. Man Valley hangs on. Fun game.
Hang is right. Hang is right. Yes, it was a fun game. It was. And again, I want to give all the credit to Man Valley for coming out on top, but Francis Scott Key played a great football game. They really did.
I think gutsy is a good word for FSK. We saw them earlier in the year do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
They were in this game the whole way. Had the lead at one point. Did all they could to take advantage of 4 turnovers.
Yep.
Just couldn't get enough offense going early. And when they did do it, had the lead, it was short-lived. Man Valley had to go up top, and they did it. I got to credit Man Valley, too. A pair of long touchdown passes from Gene Maggin to James Herndon.
Yeah,
difference in the game.
Yeah, I think that there was some confidence there in throwing to Maggin, and it's out of their MO, but hey, it got them the win. So congratulations to Man Valley.
Yeah, it did, and we saw a little balance there from Man Valley. I don't know if they going in thought they'd have to throw it when they did, but they had to make those plays, and they did at the end of the game. The long touchdown in the third quarter, Herndon, and then that just a killer on that third down play. Maggin finds Herndon on the near sideline, beats the defender. Interesting sequence there, right? Like the 2 times they called a timeout to try to set their defense up. That very next play, Man Valley goes on top and beats them down the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, from a defensive coordinator standpoint, you want to make sure that you are, double covering their number 1 guy. Maybe, if that's Maggin, and then, maybe you bracket him, you put him somebody underneath, somebody over top. They went one-on-one, and he won the battle.
Yeah, Herndon won the battle, and Maggin finds it twice, and it's just a nice play by James Herndon. Again, we talked about Herndon. He led the county in receptions going into the game. There he is, number 3 there, celebrating with his teammates. He's going to add a couple more and a pair of touchdowns. And in my mind, he's the star of the game for Man Valley. They had a lot of good plays and good players, but Herndon really came to play tonight.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Yep. Definitely.
And if you're Key, you're frustrated about this game, but you can hang your head on, not hang your head, you can keep your head up on a lot of big plays in this game and a lot of big moments. I mean, they were in a game against a team that's fighting for third place in the county.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the same thing we said last week. They're going to get on the bus and they're going to feel good about being in the football game and having a chance to win it at the end. They came up a couple plays short, that's all.
Final score, Manchester Valley 21, Francis Scott Key 14. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to we're not going to go to team stats just there. We're going to run out of break. We're going to go to team stats here, the final stats of the game. Apologies there. We will go to a break here momentarily, but first, we'll take a look at the final stats from the game, and we saw the halftime stats were it turned out to be a pretty close competitive game there.
Yeah.
300 yards of offense for Man Valley, not as many for FSK, but the first down's close, and the turnovers that's the one thing you want to lament. I think if you're Key, you got 4 takeaways and you didn't get enough points to win the game.
Correct, and I think Coach Kuntz is going to harp on that this week at practice about those turnovers. Being in a situation where you turn the ball over or you make an indisciplined penalty.
Yeah.
So those are things that they need to work on if they want to do things better in the second half and into the playoffs.
And if you're Man Valley, like you said, you hung on.
Yep.
You got to win.
Yep.
And you can take positives from it and you move on to next week.
Hey, man, a win's a win. In our county, like Coach Cunningham said, it's good football, and a win is a win. I said it a long time ago. Our county has certainly, shown its grit and grime on the football field, and Francis Scott Key showed it tonight.
And they did, and so did Man Valley, and Man Valley's reward is another game next week at home against Winters Mill.
Yes. Another big game.
Another big game. We talked about the games we have next week, huge games. That's a big one, and Westminster Liberty, another big one. So, Coach Kraus.
Thank you, sir.
Always a pleasure.
My pleasure. I'll see you next week.
Thanks for making the trip all the way and the detour from the southern end of the county.
Not a problem.
Now we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to one of the players of the game, and we're going to have some highlights after that to wrap it all up. Don't go away, though. Some post-game coverage of CMSportsNet's Game of the Week is coming right up.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Wednesday at CMSportsNet, it's Game On. Tune in for a look at Carroll County sports scene, boys and girls soccer, high school football, and Carroll Link sports action. Hi, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Join me as we preview upcoming games, talk with the coaches, and bring you exclusive reports you won't see anywhere else. Plus, each week we'll unveil CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Don't miss CMSportsNet's Game On, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We've got you covered.
As we begin the school year, 25,000 students will be returning to Carroll County Public Schools. While this is an exciting time for those of us in the school system, we do want to remind the community that our #1 priority is keeping our students safe. The activity level on and around the roads increases greatly at this time. There are buses on the roads as well as students walking to and from their bus stops. In addition, traffic patterns change when buses are on the roads. Buses will be making frequent stops, and drivers must obey school bus stop laws. To protect our students, we have installed stop arm cameras on all of our buses. We need motorists to be aware and to be more patient to ensure the safety of our students. Let's keep our students safe, and let's have a great school year.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss The Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Hi, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
We weren't going to let it go. The CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Genovas To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genovas, pizza, pasta, subs, and more.
Hungry? Genovas To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genovas To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genovas To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genovas To Go. Genovas To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genovas To Go.
There's a lot about Sarah and Tara that's exactly alike. They drink the same coffee, they have the same great job, and they both have a high-quality education. The only difference? Sarah spent her first 2 years at Carroll Community College, getting the same exceptional education, but at less than half the cost. So while Tara uses her paycheck to make student loan payments, Sarah can use hers for other things, like going out for coffee. Get started at carrollcc.edu.
As we begin the school year, 25,000 students will be returning to Carroll County Public Schools. While this is an exciting time for those of us in the school system, we do want to remind the community that our #1 priority is keeping our students safe. The activity level on and around the roads increases greatly at this time. There are buses on the roads as well as students walking to and from their bus stops. In addition, traffic patterns change when buses are on the roads. Buses will be making frequent stops, and drivers must obey school bus stop laws. To protect our students, we have installed stop arm cameras on all of our buses. We need motorists to be aware and to be more patient to ensure the safety of our students. Let's keep our students safe, and let's have a great school year.
Every Wednesday at CMSportsNet, it's Game On. Tune in for a look at Carroll County sports scene, boys and girls soccer, high school football, and Carroll Link sports action. Hi, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Join me as we preview upcoming games, talk with the coaches, and bring you exclusive reports you won't see anywhere else. Plus, each week we'll unveil CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Don't miss CM Sportsnet's Game On, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We've got you covered. Here we are, James Herndon, following Man Valley's 21-14 victory over Francis Scott Key. James, I don't think you expected it to be a cakewalk. This is a really good Key team. What was it like to get that win? You know, you go behind early in the game, or first half, you come back for the win. What's it say about your guys when they get a victory like that?
I mean, it feels awesome. You know, coming back from a win is always good. We were going in not expecting a cakewalk, like you said, but we knew if we played how we've been playing our game, we should be able to come out with a win. That's what we did.
When they took the lead, it was only 1 point lead at that point, but they had gotten turnovers on you guys, just couldn't score. What was the mood like on your guys' side at halftime? What did you think you had to do in the second half to pull this one out?
I mean, before, when they took the lead, everybody kind of put their heads down. But in the locker room at halftime, we talked up. We knew it would be all right as long as we, again, just do what we had to do.
Yeah. Tell us about that last play. I think you had just missed a couple times on first and second down. They call a timeout to kind of fix their defense. What did you see on this near sideline and when Gene got you that ball for a long touchdown?
Well, Coach called a play, and I sort of told him what I thought would work, and just to see if we could make that the audible. And he went with what I said, and it worked.
And then the defense holds on at the end. You celebrate with that flip. I know you said you've been working on that a little bit. Don't hurt yourself, but what's that come into play there when you're trying to celebrate with the team like that and do a big backflip there at the end of the game?
I mean, it's just cool to celebrate. Everybody does like their own little thing or whatever, and that just happens to be mine.
How big? I know you don't look ahead, but how big is next week homecoming against Winters Mill, undefeated team?
I mean, it's huge. I assume they won today. I don't think Springbrook's very good, so make them 7-1 would be amazing.
And either way, they're undefeated in the county next week, going in no matter what you do today. So how pumped are you guys to have had them here on your homecoming and also try to get a victory against them?
Oh, we're pumped. I mean, if we get a victory, I think that'd be a huge stepping stone for everybody and just bring a whole lot of confidence to the team and help us go into week 9.
Congrats on the win, man. Good luck next week.
Thanks.
James Herndon, following Man Valley's 21-14 win over FSK. I'd like to thank Mike Kraus for joining me today on the Game of the Week. We had another good one here, second in a row. Don't forget, next week we're going to have 3 games going for you at once, multi-game coverage, red zone channel coverage, whatever you want to call it. Stay tuned for information about that with CMSportsNet.com. We're going to leave you with some highlights of the game. Again, from Mike Kraus, I'm Pat Stoetzer. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.